and welcome to Blood Mall, which is another dinosaur horror game. Kind of looks analogy. It's set in the 80s, I believe, but I've seen that it's really, really good. But with that said, it is a horror movie, or not a movie. It is a horror game, so if blood and gore, jump scares, and horror elements make you squeamish, if you're under the age of 18, maybe check with a parent or guardian before you watch this stream, because I've been told that it is pretty gory. Before we get into it, how is my volume compared to the games? Can you all hear me? Hopefully, I believe. I'm gonna say you could probably. I think I fiddled around with it more than I did the last scary game we played, and I think it's probably good. Hopefully, but y'all have to let me know. But yeah, again, like I said, if super things or what, if blood and stuff is not your cup of tea, I looked on Steam and there was a lot of it in this game, way more than the last scary game we played. So I'm pretty excited. I've also saw that there was more jump scares and stuff in there. So I'm very, 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 very excited. But hopefully we can do that. Okay. I think the audio is good. From what I can hear, it's good. Please let me know if it's not good, and we will change it. But hopefully we're all good. Hello, everyone. Hi. Okay, let's go ahead and just start the game. I also think this is a remake of an original game, but I wanted to play the better version, I think. Oh, nice. Dayton, Indiana. That's not too crazy far away from me. Hello, everyone. November 3rd, 1988. Oh. Time travel? Oh. These are good noises. Oh. These are good things. Nothing bad is happening. Don't turn around. Can okay. Oh. Oh. Oh! How did she get up there? These are bad signs. Or good signs, dependent. Blood Ball. Title card. Nice. Okay. Not too bad. An hour later. Spooky.
Okay, get your ass in there and take that fucker down.
Language warning, just so everyone's aware. Again, mature content. If you shouldn't be watching this, and I find out you didn't tell your parents that you were, I'm gonna be mad at you. I'm gonna be really mad, okay? As long as we're all in agreement, we can continue the game. You just saw by that opening, there is blood. Lots of blood. This is a blood mall after all. And there is swears, and there is tons of stuff. So again, if that makes you upset, please skip this one. I'm gonna, oh, not that. I'm gonna move, let me move my thingy. Hold on. There we go, sorry. Clicked the wrong thing. I'm gonna move my thing up so that way it's not in the way of the text of the game. Okay, let's go.
You brought bait.
If you mean bait, I have myself.
The best of the best, Captain.
Nice.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
But Jesus Christ, what the fuck is in there? Sorry, probably shouldn't make you any more nervous. Here's your gun. Single shot break action shotgun. Old school. Make those shots count, or God help us all. Us boys will be praying for you. If that thing gets out...
It won't, Captain.
Why am I the only one going in?
Radio in when you figure out what that thing is. We're sealing you off. Close the shutter.
Really, why am I the only one going into this mall? You would think the entire police force would come into this. Okay. I get snack. Do I have controls? No. Okay. That's good. There'll be graffiti or something that'll be press shift to run. Oh, there we go. Good timing. Remember, noise may attract attention. So that means noise matters. Okay. That's a horrifying sight over there. Vending machine blocking that. Can I go up this way? I'm gonna assume we're gonna want to go up. Ooh. Can we go? Am I just meant to like explore maybe? Yeah. Okay, that's blocked off. I'm gonna assume exploring's the way there. So that's terrifying. Can I get through here? No. Okay. Up is not the way. I would have thought it would be more strategic. That's okay. There we go. Oh. This looks great. Great job, everyone. What the heck is this? Oh. That's terrible. Again, if you are young and not supposed to be watching this, we'll have words. Maybe I could crouch C to get in here. Okay. Hey.
Please, help me.
I'll help you, partner.
Wait, be quiet.
Okay.
I think it's here.
What's here?
God.
Oh! He just vanishified! Hole. Wait, why did I have an interact? They were dragged through this hole. Okay, so we're gonna get away from the hole. Why were you crouched in front of a hole, sir? That seems like a not smart thing to do. Staff room key acquired. Phenomenal. I don't know how scary this one will be as opposed to just violent. But, you know, okay. Staff room door, is there anything? I don't want to miss anything. This feels like a kind of game where like little things could be hidden somewhere. Maybe. Use staff room key. Cool. Computer! Computer! The computer was left on amidst all the panic. Oh, I can't do anything with it. Computer, tell me what's going on. Note. Attendance log. James is in, Max is in, Sally is in, Josh is out. Something about his dad's work having a big day today. Okay, oh. Don't click it. You can't skip it. Got it. Okay. Anything else useful in this here room? I think we're good. Staff corridor access. Can I open lockers? Nope. Cool. Cool. Snacks. No. Access. Ooh. Okay. More bad things everywhere. A lot of spikes there all over. Is it just like some kind of spear throwing dude? I thought this was dinosaurs. I looked into it and it said there were dinosaurs, so I'm hoping there are dinosaurs. This is not opportune. Pavilion looks like a good area to place bait. Do I have bait? I thought I was the bait. Place bait. Hide? Where am I supposed to hide? Oh. Okay. It's doing the work for me. Oh. Okay, it's definitely a dinosaur. Why is my screen all red? Oh. Let's make these shots count. I can't run away from it. Oh! Oh! Okay. Oi! Okay, it's gone.
We have a pediatrician on the line.
Pediatrician. Nice.
Paleontologist, Captain.
Oh, nice.
I'm Dr. Beatty, trying to help in any way I can.
Okay.
Doctor, there are these spears everywhere. There were people impaled on them.
What you've described sounds like a specimen from the Triassic period, 252 million years ago.
All right.
Past a Venator.
Okay, nice. Fake dino.
I'm sorry. Spear hunter?
That is exactly the reason it should not be here. It should never be here.
It should never be
It grows
here.
large keratin quills in layered sheaths in the throat and ejects them via muscle contraction.
Okay.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet babe Jesus.
Aim for its neck. It's vulnerable. And
Okay.
it might prevent the Hasto-Venator from launching more spears.
You
Alright.
heard the lady. Place another one of those ribeyes and obliterate that son of a bitch. Over and out.
Alright. Over and out, Captain. Let's go. Hoorah! This is kind of giving me, what's it called? It's, Primitive War? It was the movie that came out last year, next to Rebirth. And it was all, like, you know, Vietnam dinosaurs. I know there's a book. I never read the book. Oh, we're in a nice little... Is that a lie? Is that an alive person?
Oh my god,
Oh.
don't
Hey.
sneak up on me.
Hey, you know there's,
Jesus.
like, a massacre happening, right?
Are you okay? I'm here to help get you out.
Yeah? Are you like security or something?
Well, there's a bunch of dead people outside,
No,
so...
I'm with the police.
Well, I didn't do anything, Mr. Policeman.
She's gonna die, like, right in front of me in, like, 5 seconds. I'm calling it
You're
now.
coming with me. We need to move. Now.
I just need like 2 seconds.
There isn't time.
Am I like under arrest, Mr. Officer?
I mean, if you want to be under arrest because, I mean, there's a giant killing dinosaur outside.
No, I'm not here to arrest you.
As if. I'm totally getting arrested if I like go out there with you. Like, it's literally just not a big deal. I was gonna pay for this stuff. If you're gonna arrest me, Mr. Officer, just do it already. Like, I'm totally over it. But you're gonna let me keep the products, right? Like, nobody's missing it.
I think, ma'am, if you get out of this alive, sure, keep them.
This is so unfair. Everything was fine until you creeped in here.
I think fine is an overestimate of how the rest of the mall is looking.
Ma'am,
Whatever. I'm not going with you. I have the right to, like, remain silent. You know that, right? I'm
Yeah.
on my own way out.
Okay.
See you, like, never. Like, this is the worst day of my life.
Yep. I called it. Oh. Whoa! I do not have fast enough reactions for that. Oh. Ow. Okay. Should have figured. Oh, do I have to do the whole dialogue with her again? I don't want to talk to you.
Oh my god, don't sneak
I'm
up
spamming
on
my
me.
mouse.
Like, Jesus.
are you okay?
I'm spamming.
I'm here to help get you out.
How do I skip
Yeah?
this?
Are you, like, security or something?
No.
Also,
I'm with
hello,
the
everyone.
police.
Well,
I didn't say a
do
bunch of pies
anything,
because I'm
Mr.
doing this,
Policeman.
or I'm hoping to
You're
turn this
coming
into a
with me.
YouTube
We
video.
need to move.
But since
Now.
we're gonna
I just
skip
need,
over
like,
this in
2
the editing
seconds.
anyway.
There
Hello,
isn't
everyone.
time.
I hope you guys
Am I,
are
like,
enjoying
under
so far.
arrest,
It's
Mr.
supposed to be
Officer?
short,
No. I'm
so
not here to arrest
we might
you.
hop on dinos
As
after
if.
this.
I'm
but
totally getting arrested if I like go
it's-
out
it's
there
so
with
far,
you.
it'll be good.
Like, it's
It'll be good.
literally just
Hopefully.
not a big deal. I was gonna pay for this stuff. If you're gonna arrest me, Mr. Officer, just do it already. Like, I'm totally over it. But you're gonna let me keep the products, right? Like, nobody's missing
I
it.
really wish you could skip
Ugh,
this.
This is so unfair.
I don't want to talk over the
Everything was
dialogue
fine until
because it's
you
a lot
creeped
going
in
on.
here.
Ma'am.
Whatever.
But
I'm not going with you.
this is the second time
I
we've
have the
heard
right
this.
to like remain
Come on.
silent. You know that, right?
Right
I'm
to
on
remain
my
silent
own
would
way.
imply that you were detained.
See you like never. Like,
Okay.
this is the worst day of my life.
All right. Why do I shake so much? There we go. Come here. Come back here. Oh, can I not get out? I can't get out through that. Okay. I guess I gotta go around. Cool. I told you she was being kind of crazy. I don't know how she didn't notice, like, all of this.
Retrieve personal belongings. Police and
does it
emergency
say?
services are en route. This is not a drill.
Not a drill. Cool. Okay. Again, lots of stuff. Ooh, arcade! Bunker 73. This is the 73rd game in the Bunker franchise. Oh, is that some other game that the developers made? I'll have to check that out. Someone remember that. Bunker 73. Cold War Ghosts, sign me up. But now is not the time. Party's over. Apparently this arcade cabinet is haunted. Oh, cool. Fresh catch. Who doesn't love a fishing game? Off my lawn! Sometimes I've had the urge to shoot pumpkins at my neighbors too. Do these all have little splash decks? This must be how it feels to be in your 40s. I'll ask Reed about it. Bunker 73, remember to get their faces. That's like a phasmophobia. Fresh catch, chum bucket of fun. Banish, there's an evil witch in this one. I was checking to see if they were random every time, or if it was just different. Oh, this is the one with the ghost. Off my lawn, seems like a fun Halloween game. Banish, made in 3 days for Scream Roulette. Party's over, made in 7 days for Scream Jam, not bad. Fresh catch. The Wrinkly Tinkler. Wait, did I read? The Wrinkly Tinkler always creeped me out in this game. What a word. Bunker 73 made in 7 days for Scream Jam. Huh. I wonder if that's a reference to how this game was made. Off my lawn. Yep. I'm guessing that this is like a 7. Yeah. Like they made this. It's like a reference to this game. I saw this is the. They say this is the scariest thing in the arcade. Okay. Let's carry on. Okay. I guess place bait. Oh. We're hiding here. Okay. We're hunting dinosaurs. Okay. Oh! Oh! I wasn't expecting it to charge me. Whew! Okay. Survived that, QTE. Alright. Whoa. How did they amass this much body goop? How did this one creature in 1 hour amass all this goop? Unless that's the poo. That might be the poo pile. I don't know. Oh. How are you just sitting here as if your entire customer base is not pinned to your walls?
Yeah, welcome to Radio Zone. What may I get you?
An explanation.
Sorry about the mess. Happens during peak hours.
I don't know if these are peak hours. To all employees, stop turning on the dang radios around the store, please and thank you. Signed by Branton. Okay.
Hey, can you turn that down?
No. I'm setting a trap.
Hey, can you turn that shit down?
I'm gonna assume that there's like some kind of something for doing this.
Radios. This is totally up to you.
Please be a secret ending or something.
You know what? Close the fucking store yourself. Fuck this shit.
He's out of here. Oh, he's totally. Get the Radio Zone employee to leave the mall. Oh, nice. I've saved him. See, I'm a great Samaritan. I have saved that man from an inevitable death. Where does this go? Is this the bathroom? Oh, not good. See, this one is less scary than the other game we played, because I think this one's more just about action. There's got to be a secret in here. Oh. Oh. I do not know which way he went. Let's just check all the stalls. Oh! Ronald! It's Bosco the Big Munch Clown. He isn't speaking. He must be in shock. He's usually very happy. Bosco must have been through a lot. Is Bosco okay? Rumors are true. He's been taking a lot of drugs. He must be out of it. Okay. Well, I guess I did everything I can do for you. Alright. I put you out of your misery? Or here, let's just... Can I close this? I cannot close this. Okay. Let's carry on. Oh! Where is that from? Oh! Scared the bejeebs out of me. Mean.
Hearing shots in there. Lord above, tell me you ain't dinner time.
I ain't dinner time.
Not yet. I have to stay quiet. It's out for me.
Well, we have new info you'll want to hear. Handing the walkie-talkie to the Dino Lady.
Dino Lady.
Good news and bad news. The bad news, you won't be able to kill it yourself. You'll need to lure it out.
Lure it out.
The good news, I think I know how we can do that. Only female Hastiventors have the biological ability to grow quills. And now everyone in the mall is dead, this is the ideal nesting place.
To get to the goddamn point, there's a garden store downstairs.
And it's the ideal humidity and environment for nesting. If you take one of its eggs, you'll be able to lure it out of the mall.
And then, God willing, we'll gun the fucker down. We have the floor plans for the mall. There should be an access shaft in the upstairs area you're currently at, which will lead you in the right direction to the garden store.
There should be an access shaft to the upstairs area.
Let us know when you're there. Over and out.
Over and out, Captain. I don't think that paleontologist knows dinosaurs that well, because we don't really know what environment, or I don't think we do, know like environment and humidity for nesting conditions of dinosaurs. We could make some educated guesses based off birds, but I don't know about all that. There's, again, like I said earlier, there's a lot of body goop for this dino only being here for a short amount of time. Where did they say I was going? What's this? Oh, I got the crown. Nice. There are secrets in this game. I need to be paying more attention then. Is there something around here? Oh, this. It's screwed shut. Oh, so I need a screwdriver. Okay. Where would one acquire said screwdriver? I'm going to assume in some of the bloody piles? Was there like a screwdriver somewhere in here that I missed? Do you have a screwdriver? No. You got a Big Mac? Or I don't know if... Is Big Mac copyrighted? Do I get in trouble for saying Big Mac? Probably. There's gotta be a screwdriver somewhere here. Let's see. Maybe in the radio zone area? I kind of didn't really explore this. I just kind of turned on all the radios. Do I have to go? There should totally be a way to skip these if you've already seen it all. Is there a radio? I wish I had a flashlight too. Can I get a flashlight, please? Radios. Radios? Radios. No screwdrivers. Am I like... Let me know if I'm slow. Newspaper. Yesterday's newspaper. Scientists at the Dayton Particle Research Group are preparing for the next phase of their high-speed particle collision trials, slated for early Thursday morning. We're entering uncharted territory, said Dr. Jack Weston, senior physicist on the project. Under the right conditions, the collisions could briefly create scenarios with potential to fold time. When asked if the experiment was safe, Dr. Reeves simply replied, "We wouldn't be running it if it wasn't." The rest of the newspaper is torn up. Oh, there's a video game store. That was a thumping noise. Can I interact with any of these? There's going to be like one that I can interact with, and that'll be the secret one. I don't ever want to have to like replay, you know? Frickin' Kyle is hoarding snacks in the ventilation shaft down the hallway. Yesterday, Abby caught him crawling out of there with Cheez-It dust all over him. Who does that? Do Cheez-Its have dust? Cheetos have dust. Do Cheez-Its? We hid the screwdriver he uses to get in there. If you need to find it, we've hidden it behind one of the arcade cabinets in the corner. Arcade cabinets, huh? Wow, that was a very obvious turn. Just checking to see if there's any secrets here. Again, I think there's gonna be like one that's just like actual like blood maw. Oh, Necromosoft. There are some strange words written on the first page. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Okay. It gave me some kind of premonition? Is that a premonition or like was that happening? Okay. Cool. Nice. Sweet. Love it. Love to see it. Anything else like secret-y? Oh, jeez, man. Glad I could do that. Arcade cabinet. Ooh, screwdriver. Screwdriver acquired. That, for some reason, really got me. If you didn't know, I'm very susceptible to jump scares. Most of the time, if it's a loud noise, testimonium. It would be a sin not to try this out one day. Cool. Like jump scares, loud noises, and then sudden surprises. Best way to scare me. That's gonna be terrible. Like if I ever make it big and people just start trying to jump scare me, like I wouldn't put past people, and they'll do it, and it'll get me every time. Okay, we got the screwdriver, which I believe means that we can go through here and just go down this way. Ventilation cover. Use screwdriver. Oh. Oh my god, snacks. All the snacks. Can I not take any of those? I need fuel. I'm your biggest fan. Oh. Hey, man.
Go away.
Okay.
Are you here to kill it? You can't kill that thing.
Maybe I can.
Leave me alone.
I don't want to leave you alone.
Leave me alone.
Why?
You didn't hear me the first freaking time, man. Leave me
No.
alone.
I'm actually deaf.
You're drawing attention to me. Fuck off. Are you kidding me? Please, I'm begging you, asshole. Go away.
It's gonna kill him if I keep talking to him, right?
Fuck off. 1 minute I'm buying shoes and boom, green flash. You came out of nowhere so fast. No. I need to stop talking. You're just gonna keep standing around, or you're just gonna shoot me with that stupid gun.
I'm not gonna shoot you, man.
That's what I thought, airhead.
Did you just spit at me? It won't even look at you. Am I allowed to shoot him? Does that I'm not gonna. We're gonna be nice. There's a different way to go, right? Yeah. Just stay there. Be mean. I'm here to save you. These are the things I get? Alright. Oh, this is just gonna drop down. Hoo-ah! Hoorah! And we're down. The eggs.
Coming in. I found the egg.
Okay, take it and run.
If you take a left out of that store, you'll get to a staff corridor which takes you out of the hellhole. Me
Okay.
and the boys will be waiting on the other side.
Waiting on the other side.
We'll shoot that fucker down or die trying.
Die trying.
I wish you the very best. Run as fast as you can.
And give
All
that goddamn reptile some lead in the face while you're at it. That should slow the big fucker down.
Alright.
Over and out.
Over and out, Captain. No going back. What? You said take a left. Ooh! Run! Do I run or do I shoot? Hoo, hoo, hoo. 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 Slow down. Oh, oh. Okay. Hoo. Hoo. Oh, wait. What? I opened it. I totally clicked that. I totally got that. No way I didn't get that. Where's it gonna send me back to? Where are you taking me? I opened that door. Why are you taking me so far? Oh, owie. Need to find a good section of wall for that. Okay. Alright. I've got the egg. Do I have the egg? Yeah. Are there any secrets in here before I go? I thought like the second I took the egg was gonna be like a thing. It looks like not. Oh! Come on. Ooh. Go, go, go! Oh, there was more door. Whoa. Come on. Whoa. Okay, this is a lot tighter than I thought it would be. Line them up, boys! Ooh. Oh. Fire! Oh. Okay. Yeah! Get your crappy animation out of here. Okay.
Oh, Jesus, Mother Mary. Hold on, boys. We got him.
We got him. Good job. Good job. 2 hours later. Oh. Lure to her doom and beat the game. That tongue though. Alright. Cutscene. DPRG. Is it gonna like wake up? It's gonna be the eggs. It's either the eggs or it's the actual thing. Ooh. It's gonna hatch, ain't it? Yep. Whoa! Good game. Very short. I thought it would be slightly longer for today's stream, but you know what? I enjoyed it. It was some good fun. You know? Just simple. Didn't need to do a whole lot. Just needed to chase me around a little bit. I like that. I like that a lot. We're gonna let the credits play though, because these people deserve some recognition for making a pretty good game. I assumed that those references were like maybe this was made in like a short time for like a game competition or something like that, but pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Yeah, 7-day dinosaur horror jam. Nice. Blood Mall Part 2. I did see that. It doesn't have a release date at the current juncture, but you know what? Pretty solid. I think this is a good game. How about I'll put a little poll in the chat. We can choose to do some different things. We could do what next? Because I mean, it's still really early. I'd like to keep streaming, so we could do prehistoric kingdom. We could do Minecraft. I have some work on the Dinos world that we could always do. And then we could also do Jurassic World Evolution. And do I have a different game in mind for Dinos Month? I think that's all I have, at least at the current juncture. We could always replay it and see if we can find some secrets as well. So that'll be our 4 options. We could either replay this, see if we can find some more achievements, try and 100% it, or see if there's another ending maybe. Other than that, we can play Minecraft, or we could hop on Prehistoric Kingdom that I also have, or on Jurassic World Evolution. Just depends on what you guys want to do. So there's a poll in the chat of what we can do. I don't know how many are currently here, but we can do that. So far it's Prehistoric Kingdom or Minecraft Dinosaurs. Let me go to this one. Hi. Hello. I liked it. I liked that game. I think it had some good just atmosphere. All in all, like the actual game mechanics of it. I've never made a game personally, but I have some friends that do some like game design, and if this was made for a competition, this is really well made. Like the mechanics are simple, you know, run, shoot, and the chase scenes and stuff. But like I liked the atmosphere. Premise is obviously really nice. You don't see a whole lot of dinosaur horror games kind of like this. You know, you typically have a few different things going on all the time, but okay, I see Minecraft Dino is actually the one I have a thumbnail for, so let's go ahead and just pop on the Dinos world. Honestly, let me go here. Let me go. I probably could have kept that open a little bit longer, but let's go here. I should be able to change the stream settings and then edit. Yes, we're gonna go change the name to, I'm just going to say working on the Dinos world. Minecraft Dinosaurs live. There we go. That'll go. We're working on the Dinos world. Sorry, I have to change all these things. Otherwise, it's like it's a Dinos live stream, but in the bottom it has like a warning to ask your parents. That'll be good. Change the game to Minecraft. And change this to this one. Save. Okay. And there we go. That should be fine. And we'll be good. So hopefully, if I exit out of this, we should be fine. And let me load up the game. Sorry, this is taking me a second to switch games. I actually have never done a stream where I have to switch games, so hopefully this is fine. And I'll go ahead and ping the Discord that we finished the scary game. At stream announcements. We finished the scary game. So, moving to Dinos World. There you go. And if nobody cares to join in, that's fine. Perfectly okay. Let's go. All right. But yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for other scary games in the dinosaur space, I would love to see them. I think I've played the two that intrigued me the most, which was the Unknown Tapes game, and then this one. I'm super excited for The Lost Wild, which had its like first announcement or first gameplay trailer at I think it was the PS4 thing or whatever. But it looked really, really cool. It had like lots and lots of like cool mechanics appearing on it. Like with the dinosaurs kind of behaving as animals. And just the survival mechanics seemed really, really cool. The story, I don't know much yet, obviously, but it looked really cool. So when that comes out next year, I definitely want to play it on live stream with you all. But let's go ahead and hop in the Dinos world. I can switch over to Minecraft. There we go. Hopefully this is going to show up in a second. There we go. Oh, I can even put chat on screen actually, because I don't actively use the Minecraft live for specifically parts of the video. We can just throw that in there if we want. Now we're on the FOV. There we go. All right, we're here. We're on it. Hopefully, I think it's got to load a little bit. Hopefully. Let me know. Is it like super laggy? Not laggy on there. It's probably taking a lot to remember everything. I'm gonna stop recording. There we go. That should hopefully increase. Let me know how's the frame rate looking on the stream. It looked a little bit choppy for a second there. I don't know. Rice obviously isn't a dinosaur, but it's really fun, short, free horror. Okay. I want to do some other games that aren't dinosaur related eventually on the channel. Like obviously my base is Minecraft dinosaurs. Like that's what I do. That's what has gotten me the subscribers that I have. That's what's gotten me like all of the everything so far on YouTube. I've used Jurassic June as kind of an excuse to play around with just some other dino games, like Jurassic World Evolution. I want to do some Prehistoric Kingdom probably tomorrow, honestly, if we I just haven't made a thumbnail for it or anything. So I want to do that, hopefully. But yeah, I've been wanting to play a bunch of dinosaur games, and there's still so many that I could play. So actually that could be a fun poll. I'm gonna put a poll in the Discord real quick before we get into any building. So if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord, because come on, man. That's where I post all these streams. Where's the polls channel? Where did I put it? It's in here somewhere. Text channels, polls. Okay, I'm going to ask you all if going on in the future, if we want to continue doing different dinosaur games on live streams. I was originally just planning to do it for the month of June, just because, again, my fan base is Minecraft so far. But I do enjoy playing other dinosaur games because I like dinosaurs, if that wasn't obvious. But I also know it's kind of hard to, like, if you're here for Minecraft dinosaurs content, to then see me playing, like, Jurassic World Evolution, and then you're like, why is he playing this? What is he doing? What is wrong with him? Or, like, me playing those dinosaur horror games. Like, I think they're fun, and I did really enjoy playing them as a person. and I stream them mostly as an excuse to play them and kind of interact with you guys, get some thoughts and feelings, but I also like know you guys are here for the Minecraft. So I'm gonna ask, would you like to see other dino games on stream or in videos in the future? My roommate just screamed 6-7, and I am fighting not to laugh. Stick to Minecraft will be the first option. Or stream whatever. And then I'll also add do streams, but no videos. I didn't laugh. Okay, I did laugh that time. Okay. Do streams, but no videos. Do both. Wait. Stick to Minecraft, do streams but no videos, and then do both. What is the option I'm missing here? Do streams, but this is what every poll is like, by the way. If you wanted to into my psyche, stick to Minecraft, do streams but no videos, do both. That's probably good. People can tell me other ones. Anyway, go vote in that. Because I want to do other games. Like, I've thought about a couple. I'm not playing Ark. That is my one no. I will not play Ark ever again. Unless I might play Ark 2. But I'll never play Ark. Survival Evolved. Or Ascended. Because it's the same game. Just more expensive. If you want to know why I hate Ark so much, it's because I am traumatized. I used to have a world with my friends back in, like, high school. And we had put so many hours into it one summer. And then it got, like, hacked. And they killed all of our dinosaurs. And it was the most tragic thing I've ever seen. I don't know why I came over here. Let's see. What do we want to work on? Do we want tree building or do we want to dig out the megalodon enclosure? Because those are my two things that I have to be doing. I have another project that's going on, and it actually is over here in the info center, but I can't show you guys because that's spoilers for like the entirety of next episode. And I just need to get to work on that later off stream. We could very easily dig. I think digging will be... We'll start with digging, and if we want to do tree building, we can do some tree building. Probably not a lot of tree building, though, because, you know. We'll go over here. Here, let me... I don't have chat up. I have it on the OBS, but it went away. Okay. There we go. Now I can see real good. Cool. The arcade is crazy. Pay for Ascended is fair, though. Okay, like, the Ascended I hate because it's just the same game. They didn't change any features or make the gameplay any better other than just making it look better, which I guess in its own way is an improvement, but I don't think it's worth the amount of extra money that they charged it as opposed to the base game, as well as I don't understand why that graphical improvement wasn't just added to the base game. I don't understand why they had to make a separate game. Like, I get from a coding standpoint, but, like, I think it should have been... Like, in Minecraft, whenever it gets a free update, or, like, an update of that caliber, it's a free update, which I guess spoils me a little bit. But, like, I don't think I should ever have to pay for an entirely new game that's gameplay is the exact same, but it's genuinely just... Like, it's the same game, but it just looks better. Like, that should be a free update. Like, if there's anything that is a free update. I don't mind DLC and stuff. Like, Jurassic World Evolution does a lot of DLC. Where's the beacon over here? I know I put it somewhere. Oh. Is it there? There it is. Like, I don't mind paying for DLC. Did I leave my ender chest? I did leave my ender chest. I don't mind paying for DLC when it's an actual content update. But in terms of literally just changing the graphics of the game, that should be a free update. Or just a very cheap DLC, at the most. not paying another $60 just to have the same game you already own. So that's why I will never play that version. I will consider Ark 2, dependent on how much they changed. Did I leave it? I did. Okay, you guys are going to get a little bit of a spoiler, because it's not fully done, and I can't build it, but there's something going down here, and I'll let you guess what it is. You won't know, but I'll let you guess. But I was digging this out a little bit. Throw that. Did I grab? I grabbed. Okay. Yeah, we're not coming back down here. This is next episode, okay? You guys will all be explained in episode 26. This is 26? What are we on? This is 26. Yeah. Episode 26 is that. Just know, it's going to be really cool. And it actually has something to do with someone in the comments section that suggested it. Actually, no, they were in the Discord. It was the Discord. Someone in the Discord gave me the idea for the next episode, and I'm super excited to do it finally, because they suggested it, like, forever ago. But it's, in my brain scope, it's going to be really, really cool. Ark Ascended and Ark 2 are kind of just like Jurassic World Evolution to me. Jurassic World Evolution should have had all the features of Evo 3. Yeah, like, in terms of the Evo, like the Jurassic World Evolution series, I get why they made it each a new game, mostly because it was a new campaign, and then they added a bunch of different like gameplay features. The difference between Jurassic World Evolution 2 and 3 was a little bit more minor. Like, I don't understand why that needed to be its own new game. In its entirety, I guess for just like the breeding mechanics, but I feel like, I don't know. In terms of the Evo series, like they're a little bit better about like, oh, here's a new game, here's some new content. And it works a little bit better for me. In terms of Ark, it just got so... Ark is a good game with a lot of flaws. And instead of fixing the flaws, they made you pay for just a differently skinned dinosaur with the same AI as everything else. You know what I mean? Like, I disliked Ark. Sorry, just threw that out. I disliked Ark because the dinosaur's AI was a little wonky a lot of the time. The actual gameplay was kind of all over the place, and the compatibility to play with your friends was not where I wanted it to be. And I was younger, so like maybe they fixed some of that since I've played. But I just remember update after update coming out, and it was all paid for, but all it really added was a new dinosaur species instead of fixing the core gameplay mechanics that I had problems with. Like the building system, as someone, I hope you all can tell, is the builder of the friend group whenever we're playing some kind of survival crafting and building game. The Ark building system was so aggravating 100% of the time because it just was really poorly made, if you know what I mean. Like, it would just, the walls would snap to weird places and they wouldn't connect up like you really wanted them to. And, like, you could spend hours and hours trying to make it perfect, but no matter what you did, there would always have to absolutely be some amount of wonkiness to it whenever you were building. And if you ever tried building something cool in Ark, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because, like, they just wouldn't snap correctly. And I'm sure if you, like, invested all the time to know every single snap point, it got a bit much. No, don't get me wrong. Ark was an enjoyable experience. Like, I liked it. I have fun memories with it. I just don't think I would ever play it again. Like, I think I've had my fun with it. That original game, I don't think they have made any kind of gameplay update or improvement that would get me to play that game again. It's like, I don't hate it, but I definitely don't love it. You know what, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't want to bash anyone's favorite game. I think it is a really fun game to play with friends. I just think on a fundamental, like, gameplay level, I do not enjoy it. Like, I had fun with it, like, just haha, funny, silly dinos, but when you assess it as, like, a game, I don't like it. And I also didn't like all of the, like, kind of, like, oh, we're not going to fix the game, we're just going to, ask you to pay money for us to add a dinosaur skin. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, the build density. Yeah, I remember that, the build density limit. And I don't know how me and my friends were playing. We were all on Xboxes at the time, so that probably was, like, part of the problem. But, like, I remember trying to play in my friend's world, like, trying to play together. We didn't want to be on a public server, so we were trying to do a private server. And for whatever reason, it wouldn't let us leave a certain radius of the host. And that was horrendous. The fact that you couldn't leave the host radius was terrible. And then the host radius itself would, like, bug out every time the host went into a cave. And that's part of the progression of the game, is you have to go into the cave systems on the island. And so whenever the host tried to get in there, it would just, like, completely break the game for the other players we had on the world. So just all in all, like, if that is an essential part of your story campaign in that game, that needs to be able to work. Yeah, see, I would've, like, I tried playing it single player a couple times, but I just wasn't as fun. Like I was younger, so, like, I was probably more forgiving in terms of the gameplay and, like, stuff like that, you know? Cause just fun dino game. That was the dino game everybody was playing. But now that I'm more picky with how I spend my gaming time, I guess that comes with, like, what's it called? I think that comes with, like, the fact that I'm in college and I have less time to game in general. Like, back then I was a kid. I could play whatever games I want, whenever I wanted, and however long I wanted, as long as I got my homework done and ate dinner with my family. But now, like, I have a bunch of responsibilities, so, like, my gaming time is, like, probably at max, like, on average, like, an hour or two a day, in reality. Like, I wish it was longer, but it really is not. Also, sorry, I am a complete hoarder in this world. I like, absolutely just try and keep every block, so if you're ever seeing me just, like, taking a minute to go through and try and collect as much as possible, even though my storage system is filled with dirt, grass, and stone, and I really don't need any more. I don't think I could build with as much as I have, unless I do some crazy Hermitcraft level, like, mountain range or something. But I, like, genuinely, I am a hoarder. I try and keep everything. But yeah, the base game was made in, like, 6 months. Oh yeah, like, it is a really impressive game. And for when it came out, it was a really impressive game. Like, it definitely captured the 2010s, like, oh my gosh, this is, like, an insane god tier level game with, like, amazing, like, stuff. Like, it was a game that really hadn't been done before and was very unique for its time. And so for that, I congratulate it. Would I play it again? No. Like I said, I just had my fun with it when I was a kid. I don't think it would be worth me going back. There are some other games that I do want to play, though, and, like, Prehistoric Kingdom is one that is, I mean, it's been in early access since I was, like, playing Ark. Like, it has been so early access, but I do genuinely love it. Like, they have made some amazing updates. Like, I've never played it. Keep in mind, I've never played it, so I could honestly hate it. But from what I've seen in, like, the developers' logs and from what they've been, like, putting out, all the updates, like, I am so gonna dig that game, I think. Like, it just, like, the dinosaurs look amazing, the models look amazing. It literally looks like Planet Zoo, but for dinosaurs, which is what Jurassic World Evolution is slowly getting to, slowly but surely, but is still somehow, like, missing the mark entirely. That's another thing, like, I also don't appreciate the Jurassic World Evolution games, like, making me pay for just dinosaurs. The only reasons I will ever buy DLCs for that game is if they, one, add gameplay features, like that's the big thing, or if they're on sale. Oh yeah, Ark was so kept alive. Or, which, were you talking about Ark, or were you talking about, Evolution? Either way, the Jurassic World Evolution, like, I bought the Rebirth DLC because it added gameplay features with the, like, geothermal vents. It added the whole new campaign, which is, like, that's what I'll pay a DLC for. But if it's just, like, 3 dinosaurs that, like, does not change the base game in any meaningful way, I'm not gonna pay for that. I'm so sorry. It's not... For me, it's not worth my very limited money to just buy you know, basically what amounts to a cosmetic, because they have the exact same behavior as like other animals, you know? Like if it was like an entirely new like system, like some kind of bug house or something, like yeah, I'd buy that. But if it was like the Wetlands DLC where like the dinosaurs were cool, don't get me wrong. I love Irritator. I think the other one was Ostroraptor, and I don't remember what else was in that pack. But really cool dinosaurs, but they have the same AI as, and when I say AI, I don't mean actual like, you know, ChatGPT. I mean like just their coding. They have the same code as the other dinosaurs, just with a different model. So like I'm not gonna pay money for that unless it's on sale, which it was on sale, and that's when I bought it. When I bought the Rebirth one, it was on sale for like a couple bucks, so it was much cheaper. I don't know if that makes me a stingy person, but personally I don't want to spend all that money if it's not actually worth it. Mostly because I think like updates to games should be like an actual update to a game. Like it should pretty much like it should be revolutionizing some key aspect of the gameplay. And I'm not a big fan of just like, oh, here's some new skins, or oh, here's just a new thingy. I don't know. I've always felt that was kind of like a lazy, like it's not lazy, like obviously the textures and the models and the animations have to do a lot. Like that's a lot of work. But for me, it's not worth it because it doesn't change my overall gameplay experience. Like I can live without those 3 sets of dinosaurs. Anyway, we're digging the Mosasaur Lagoon. This is, people keep asking me about this, and I don't, like, I don't mind. I'm not saying I don't want you to ask me about it. I have been working on it slowly. I think it's been like this since last stream, unfortunately. But I have an idea for this, and for this episode, whenever we get around to doing the Megalodon episode. I'm kind of planning it to be around episode 30, because I know it's been a while since we need to finish the aquarium. The aquarium we started in episode 10. It's been, oh, it's out of render distance. The aquarium has been here since episode 10, or we've started this project since episode 10, and it could really use, you know, just a little bit of finishing, because it's what will be 20 episodes by episode 30 that it's gone unfinished, and even since like the main building got finished around episode 15 or so, if I'm remembering correctly, which I don't think I am. It got finished around episode 15 or so. Sorry, I'm getting a little parched. And so it really just is time for it to get done. Like, I don't want to be the kind of series that has this giant project that's just been looming in the background for, like, the entire series that no one's sure if he's going to get done. I want to get projects done. Slowly but surely, but I do want to get stuff done. I don't like leaving it hanging, you know? Like, when I was younger, I watched a ton of Minecraft Dinosaurs content. That's why I am now a Minecraft Dinosaurs content creator. But what always really disappointed me is when, like, a series would start, this YouTuber would start a series, I had maybe watched, like, one of their series before, or I had, like, you know, tuned in a couple times, and I would, like, at the end of it, or, like, I would watch through the series, and they would either stop and not finish the series, and that would, like, absolutely break my heart, because I'd be like, oh, this is amazing. Why is it over? Why have you stopped? I want more. I want to see the finished park. And the other thing that, like, would really, like, not make me upset, but would disappoint me, is when that series would have, like, this really big project that they were working on in the background, and, like, I would watch a couple episodes on it and be like, oh, that's so cool. Look at that. That's amazing. I would love to, like, explore that, and then the series would end and the project would be finished. So again, I've tried to say it throughout my episodes and throughout this. My goal is to finish this park. I will not stop this series or restart this series until I am finished with this build. And I know that for some people who want me to like maybe try a different style or to move on to a different like type of build, maybe not have the national park aesthetic anymore. I know that's probably a little bit disheartening, but I genuinely want to finish this. I don't want to make a disappointed person like I have been disappointed in the past. You know what I mean? I want to break the cycle. We're going to break the cycle, okay? I'm going to break this pattern of abuse. And hopefully it'll all be good. Because I genuinely think it's like a Minecraft Dinosaurs curse. That it, like, so many Minecraft Dinosaur series start, and then they don't get their conclusion. And it literally, like, breaks my heart. Because I think all the people that do undertake these kinds of series are really talented. Really, 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 really talented. There we go. Pick up, pick up, pick up. But yeah, I hopefully will be able to finish this entire thing in the next, like, 4 episodes. Oh, good night, Aces. It's good having you. Good chatting. You will be missed. You will be missed. But this is, like, one of my... It'll be, I think, technically slightly smaller than the Mosasaur enclosure in terms of, like, surface area. I think it's going to go a little bit deeper than the Mosasaur area. But I'm going to only, like, you can kind of see it's been truncated to, like, it would be about half of the Mosasaur area. But we're only going to do one Megalodon. Is in my brain and is decided. That, like in my brain, I try and keep, like, how many species, or, like, how many of a species do I want? And for Megalodon, I think I really only want one. Just to make that one special. You know? Because it's, like, one of the biggest creatures in the mod. And I think it's gonna stay one of the biggest creatures in the mod. So I don't want to absolutely overpopulate it. I think just one really sells the... This thing's big. We can only have one. I don't actually know. Were Megalodons, like, solitary, or were they super social? I would imagine they'd be solitary. Ooh. Okay. Hold on. I have... Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Apologies. I apologize. Okay. What was I doing? What was I saying? I don't remember. We're digging. I was probably talking about the Megalodon enclosure. Anyway, I am thinking that it's like we gotta make it a quarry, and it kind of came through on the Mosasaur side. Like, it kind of, like, you can see, like, that cliff is, like, super jagged and, like, cut looking. I went with deep slate because I liked it being darker, like the water being a little bit darker underneath. But I want to do more when we do the Megalodon episode of, like, actually showcasing that it's a abandoned quarry. And that'll tie into my next episode, actually, a little bit. Like, not much, because we're not doing Megalodon next episode. But we are probably going to be doing something that connects over to this quarry. And I'm trying real hard not to give it too much away, but I am really excited about the next episode. Also, I wish the inventory was bigger. But I also refuse to add a mod to make it bigger. We're putting that all in there. Let me grab... I should have probably cleared out my inventory just a little bit. But I'm going to throw the stone cutter and that away. We're going to need all this. I don't need either of those. That'll give us a little bit more room. And I'm going to take another shulker box, perchance. There we go. Oh, I know. I know. It was actually really funny. And of course I would answer. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Should we cut down the trees? I'm trying to decide how... Because I want to eventually do custom trees along the back side of this wall. And I kind of have to decide how far back we want to push the wall. Like, we should, like, push it back a substantial way, but I don't actually know. Because so the rock wall has to connect up here. Or is going to connect up here. And then I was thinking kind of a cave in this back corner, which will tie into the thing I'm talking about. And then I was thinking probably a higher cliff section. Like there's like maybe a cave down there. It's hard to visualize in your head super good. But I'm thinking, I want to cut it back just a little bit more. Just a tiny, tiny bit more. Because the cliff's going to start there, or at least connect up here. I'm thinking of creating like a little like flat plateau area here. There's also a village over there. It could be really fun to somehow connect over to this village a little bit. I don't know exactly how I would do that. But it should be fine. Rockwall's coming here. I want a cave entrance roughly here. And then I probably want to push this back a little bit. I say we push it back to the tree line, maybe? Where we've got the tree line. Maybe that was my original plan. Maybe we stick to original plans. We just dig. We dig, 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 dig. I think this would be fine. We can also switch over to tree building, because I have some spots where I need to build trees if digging gets boring. But I have a lot to do anyway. Like, there's so many things in this world that I have to do work on. And I don't... Like, it's always hard to, like, pick a priority for me on, like, what I want to do. Sometimes I'll even do a really bad job of picking a priority. Like, I'll get super duper distracted doing just something completely unrelated to the episode I'm currently working on, and I'll sink, like, an hour into doing it. Like, it's making progress in the world, but, like, maybe I should have been more focused on something related to the episode. And that's just a me thing in general. Like, I whenever I'm working on stuff, I am very, like, all over the place. And, like, sometimes I'll work on one thing, and then I'll get bored of that, and then, like, work on something else, and then come back to it over and over and over again. And that's just me. It's been a while since I've actually streamed Minecraft. It's been a month or so. Because we've been doing all the other dino games. Which have been fun. I need to figure out a couple more. I know, like, the two big ones that I have recently seen aren't out yet. And that's the other horror game. It's called Terrible Lizards. And it's like a horror parkour game. So I'm really intrigued to see how that one turns out. But it also is coming out, like I think next year. I'll have to look after the stream. But it looks really, really cool. It's kind of about some, like, roadside attraction. Like a dinosaur roadside attraction, which I don't know if you guys have ever been to one, but I have been to one, and they're so fun because of, like, sometimes they're a little goofy. They'll have, like, just whatever dinosaur statues they could get made for the park. So they're kind of, you know, not the most accurate, but they fill your heart with a little bit of joy because it's just like, oh, you can see some, you know, for me, it reminds me of when I was a kid. My grandma took me to one or two of those, and, you know, I got to walk around, see all the dinosaurs. I got to play in the sandbox and try and dig up fossils, and just an all-around great time. I might like want to go back to that one because it's not too far away from where I live currently. Like it's several hours drive. Like I say, like it's close, but like yeah, it's kind of far away. But I would love to kind of visit there and maybe like record it for a video, or at least for maybe like an inspiration for one of the videos, and like maybe use clips from it when I'm talking about it. I also really want to go to like a museum or something and get some ideas from that. I also really want to get rid of that floating tree right there because I don't know how that has like escaped my peripherals. Let's go ahead and take care of this one. Oh, I am. Don't worry. I am working in the fossil and archaeology world. We're just out the back of the aquarium here. I should probably show better like where everything is. Like our swamp's over there, and the info center's like just across the way there, and then main base is all the way back over here. It's kind of hard like in the videos to get a real sense of where everything is in the world. So like right here is where you have a good view of almost every area we've built. We've got the swamp off to the side there where you can kind of see the gazebo. We've got the info center, where I need to do a lot more work bringing it into the terrain. That's actually it might be part of next episode, because I'm kind of doing something to connect up these 3 areas of the park. We've got a lot, like, obviously this whole section is all connected up with just the forest aesthetic. But, like, the swamp and the aquarium and the info center are all kind of really detached. I also flew directly over here so I could get rockets. There we go. But like, it's really hard to like. I guess I should do another world tour relatively soon, because people in my actual like friend group and like people that I've showed the Dinos world to, or like talked about it with, they're like, where like is everything? Because you keep saying like it's over there or like right next to this thing, but I like have no idea where that is. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty true. I am the only one that actually knows the layout of this world. Why would you do that? Get out of here. Like, for me, it's really easy because I obviously, like, I play this all the time. I know, and I built everything, so I know exactly where everything is in terms of, like, the whole landscape. But it's like, I do see sometimes that, like, in the videos, like, oh, yeah, it's kind of not clear where everything is connected together. But as we're kind of building it out more, it's slowly but surely getting more connected, which is like some of the goal that I've been trying to do over the last couple of episodes is like really try and build some stuff to connect it all up together. Like I don't want to like have a super disconnected park where there's just like, oh, over here is where we have all of this. And then if you like just fly over here, the main goal that I have is to be able to have a walkable park and have it all feel super duper connected. I want it to feel like a national park where one area bleeds into the next. You have like, obviously this aquarium over here is really detached from everything, but it's my hope that by the end of the series, like it feels like just another part of the park, another like place you can go to. And I do like want to change up a couple of things of how I connect things, because currently to the aquarium, and I can just show you guys because we're right here. To the aquarium is just connected up by the dirt path, which I'm no longer happy with. I mean, this is an attraction here. Like, this is a genuine building. So eventually I would like it to have some kind of like maybe parking lot structure, or like just parking lot out here and connected it up to some sort of roadway. I don't think I want to take the roadway this way because that's like right through all of where I want to build enclosures, but I do think if we like took the roadway over top of the quarry, like maybe around the side of the quarry, and it takes you around, you get like a nice view of just the landscape and into the quarry, seeing all of the different like, sea life, taking the roadway over top, kind of carrying on. It'd be really, really cool if it like maybe I don't think it would take you through the swamp. Maybe, like, takes you around the swamp, somehow crossing all of this stuff, then maybe connecting up to the info center, where I also want to build, like, some parking lots, maybe. Just because, not because, like, oh, haha, funny, build a parking lot, capitalist. Just really to make it feel, more connected to places outside of the park. Like, if this has a parking lot, it kind of gives you the inference that people are actually visiting here. And I'll probably build some, like, cars and stuff, and then maybe we'll carry the roadway system all the way to World Spawn. So that way, when you do, like, actually spawn into this world whenever you get the world download or something, you start at the start, and the roadway takes you into the park. You go to the visitor center first, and then whatnot. Hello, Beast the Brave, and hello, Nathaniel. Megalodon is what we're actually working on right now. We're just digging a little bit. I know it's been a while, and I think the biggest reason it's been a while is, one, because the Mosasaur took forever, and I've been scared to start the Megalodon fully, or, like, fully choose an episode to do it. But I do plan on maybe shooting for by episode 30. I'm currently working on episode 26, and episode 26 does have a tie-in to the Megalodon, so I'm kind of hoping that, like, pretty shortly after this next episode is when I think I'm going to full send it on the Megalodon. Simply because, also not sponsored, I'm drinking a McDonald's cup. Sorry, not sorry. The thing I'm building right now does tie into the Megalodon enclosure in terms of lore and the, in terms of the lore and in terms of the build. I think it'll look really cool connected up. It's going to kind of connect these three areas together. And then, so it probably will be pretty soon after that, because I want to spend probably 2 to 3 episodes on the build that I'm going to be starting next episode. Not in a row, but, like, probably total will be 2 to 3 episodes. Probably leaning more towards 2 because there's only a few creatures that are going to be included. But it then ties in to the Megalodon. Any more skeletons? Yes. There will actually be 7 new skeletons added to the info center in the next episode, because I am building an exhibit in the sub-level of the info center that will then tie us into the build that the episode's going to focus on. Which, I'll say, there's 7 new skeletons and 7 new creatures happening in next episode. So if you're a person that likes, like, big species counts in episodes, next episode should have a lot, hopefully. And I also, I got a lot of comments on the last episode of what to do with the land outside the Firewatch Tower. And a lot of suggestions were for the Ornitholestes, which is like a forest-dwelling carnivore, but it's really small. And I think if I can make it work, I'll probably put it out there. So far, the small dinosaurs have been my main concern with this park, I guess you could say. Is just because they're so small, trying to make them fit in with just the natural aesthetic is a little bit hard. Now, Nathaniel, could I tell you that without spoilers? I'll give you a hint. I'm no longer doing a bug house anymore. I'm doing a different build. But right now we're digging the Megalodon enclosure because even though I don't want to full send it just yet, it is getting close, and we will have to full send working on this project. The thing about how I make my videos is I typically pick one thing. I typically pick one thing to just center my video around, whether that be like one specific enclosure, one build, like one kind of aspect of the park, like buildings. Like last episode was all buildings and kind of infrastructure stuff. And like I try and center my episode on one thing and try and stick to that. And I think that's just the way I work, is if I don't make myself focus on just one specific thing, the videos would be an absolute mess. Like, I have to pick one enclosure or one thing, or else I'll be like all over the place. And like I try and like theme them. So like redesigns if you notice, like I did a couple redesign episodes and those all happened in one thing. Or like there was like I need to assign a theme to each episode to make sure I'm working on the right stuff. I guess if that makes sense. I don't know if anyone else thinks like that. But I kind of have to for these videos just to make sure I stay on track with what I'm supposed to be doing in making them. But yeah, we can probably shift gears here if anyone. I'll put another poll in the thingy. Let's do what do now ? And we can either keep digging, Meg enclosure, or we could go build trees. So I'll let you all decide if we want to keep digging or if you guys want me to go build some trees. When am I building the volcano on fossils and archaeology? I assume you mean the SMP, and unfortunately, I don't think I will be logging back onto the server. I think that it's just so far it just didn't work out. I don't want to say a ton of everything, but like, yeah, I don't want to continue doing a series that in the end wasn't making me happy. Honestly hasn't been performing that good. Like I liked my ideas for that series, and I'll probably eventually reincorporate them into another build or another series at some point. But all in all, I just don't think it's worth my very limited time. And that's not like a snarky thing. That's like I'm a college student. I don't have a whole lot of time to make these videos. I don't have like a lot of free time to just play Minecraft in general. So even just the dinos videos take me forever, and sometimes they take longer than how often I want to post, just to make sure you guys have a video and see the progress in this world. And for that series, it was taking me a lot of time to do anything on it, and I wasn't having fun while I was doing it. Like, it just felt like I was doing it to do it, and I didn't like that feeling, so I don't know if I'll be playing on the SMP again, unless there's some major changes, or if, like, we decide to reset it, so. But I want to focus on dinos as well, because currently it's where I've been having the most fun. Like, I've been loving the builds I've been doing on this world, and I think that it's just been so much fun. Like, the past couple episodes have really made me happy. Like, the Psittacosaurus episode was really fun to make. I had a lot of fun designing that enclosure and some of the new trees that I used in there. And then the last episode was just a lot of fun trying to design builds for the park and, like, come up with a couple of things. And there's just been a lot of other parts of this series that I've been having fun thinking about, and a couple builds that I'm really excited for in this series. And I wish I could just skip ahead and have them all done, but there's just so many things that I really want to do on this world that I have a lot more excitement for, and I think I'll have a lot more enjoyment doing as opposed to on the Fossils SMP. And that it's literally no one's fault. There's also just not been a whole lot of activity. I don't want to be playing on a dead server, and it just also, you know. But never fear, I still keep in contact with, like, Charlie and Fern and Spike, and there's a couple of things in the works that we're working on together. Not like not anything crazy right now, but you know, we still keep in touch. I still DM them every once in a while, and we still talk about some dino stuff. So all is well. But all in all, I think I'm gonna focus on dinos. Probably will make a couple of zoo videos. Like, I started that series and haven't posted episode 2. I logged back into that world and did some detailing work on the zoo entrance a little bit, like trying to make it better than it was in the first episode. But I need to hop back on and actually make an enclosure for that, and work on that series as well. You know, I would really love to do a series where it's like the four of us working on just a park all together, and like each of us taking different enclosures. Obviously the biggest challenge with that is that all four of us live in different countries, and so we're all in different. I think Spike and Fern have the closest time lineup. Like they're both in Europe, but obviously Charlie is Australian and I am in the U.S. So a lot of our time zones just do not align up. So it's a little bit hard to record sometimes. Not saying like it's not gonna happen. It is totally gonna happen at some point or another. They will be in some of my future content. I'll probably try and be in some of theirs. Just whenever it works out, it works out. But no, I do love all of them, and they're very dear to me. I think. Let's see, how's the poll doing? Can I see? Oh, it's a 50-50. Still a 50-50. But yeah. So I think a series like that would be a lot of fun to do. We wouldn't even have to record it a ton together. We could even just like have the same world, have the server up, and then just each build what we want to build. And also don't think I like have fully like renounced the SMP. I don't think I'm gonna play anymore this season. I think it's just got too many problems right now for me, for my liking, and too like not enough for me to enjoy it right now. But I do plan on staying in contact with everyone there, and still like if there is a new season or we like ever try and restart that, I think it would be fun to play. So, or like I would still like to be involved is what I'm trying to say. So, never fear, never fear, never fear. There we go. I think, let's see, how much have we done? Not too bad. We're getting a little bit further. We're making some progress. I probably need to go through and like place down those kind of pillars onto this cliff face and kind of see where we're going with all of this. It's really hard to like plan ahead for these kinds of builds. It's really hard right now for me to provide interesting commentary right now. If you make a series with Fern and Spike, it would be with Fern and Spike if there are any funny moments. There would be a lot of funny moments in that. There would be so much chaos all of the time. Like the four of us are all like when we get in a room together or like get in a call together, it's so chaotic, but I love it so much. Oh, and so, like I know Charlie has been working on a video. I don't want to promise you anything. But his like last couple videos have been really good. The Ferns like fossil and archaeology series is so good, and some of his like recent videos have like been so cool. I even make an appearance in one of them, so you should go check that out. And by me, I mean my skin does. But he gave me a shout out. It was really sweet of him. But his builds are absolutely insane. He's got a giant Quetz build, which is looking phenomenal, and is something I'm actually jealous of because it's so good, so good. And I wish I had the create mod skills that man has. He's truly made some really cool contraptions. I would maybe like to do some create mod stuff in this. Not too sure. It could be cool to have some kind of like tram car somewhere in this world. I don't know exactly how or where I'd fit that in, but it could be done. Okay, currently the poll's looking like we should go build trees. So if you're not answering the poll, you should answer the poll. I'll leave it up for another like 5 minutes. And I think we have made some good digging progress. We've got some sections cleared out. If we try and fill this up. All of this is definitely like filled up my storage system a ton. Like, you guys don't know how many shulker boxes of just grass and stone I have. I have so many. But I also can't bring myself to throw out large quantities because, like, at the end of the day, sometimes I will go through, like, a shulker box of stone for, like, one build project. Like, I think for the greenhouse, I went through a lot of materials. So many materials. So many. The biggest reason I also don't want to do the Megalodon enclosure, like super soon. I mean, I'm gonna do it super soon. Like, in terms of videos, it's probably only, like, 3 or 4 videos out. But for me, that's, like, a couple months. Is because it's water again. I really dislike dealing with water and building. I feel like it just slows everything down a little bit. So if we consider that maybe, like, I'm trying to imagine in my head how this cliff face, like, from a top view is gonna look. And I kind of imagine it, like, coming down here, dipping a little bit, then, like, maybe extruding and, like, coming back towards this way. It'll make it a little bit small. But, like, also that's fine, maybe? Like, it will kind of... Or should I make it a complete, like, moon? Like, a concave, like starting there, and then just one giant C. Or, like, a half moon, right there. I don't know. I guess that's to be decided. But we have made some good progress. We're almost to our beacon. So, I think that's good. We'll dig probably, like, 2 more layers. Actually, I don't have my conduit over here. So, we'll just do this top layer or 2. And that'll be good. Because I don't want to make this enclosure small. I actually have a full inventory, so we're just going to scratch that. We're going to go build trees. That's what people want to see. We're going to go build trees. But that means we also got to go gather materials. Do I have space over in these chests? This chest monster. I do. Nice. Where? Oh, where? We'll just throw that in there. The amount of chests that I've had to use over at this build project. There we go. Let's go back to the main park. And go over here. See some of the world connection. I'm thinking we could build trees like on this side of the bridge and maybe on this side a little bit. They're small areas and I might use the footage in a video, question mark. I could. I do not really know. But we need to load up on materials. We'll throw that there. These have things in them? They do have things in them. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay, let's throw that in there. Throw that in there. This is the amount of, like, I'm super, like, organized in this, but as soon as I, like, take shulker boxes out into the field, they just get so disorganized. And then the dirt and the grass are the, like, least disorganized things that I have. But that is just about good. We could throw all that in there. And let's see here. We've got empty, 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 empty. We're probably going to need like 3 shulker boxes. We already have a fair amount of birch leaves, which is good. How are we looking on acacia? fair amount of acacia. So we should be good on leaves. What we need now is all. Do we have any extra? No. Oh, so this is something I'll share. I used to have an entire shulker box of spruce wood, like the full-sided spruce wood. For whatever reason, I don't know why this happened. My like computer like black screened and crashed, and I lost like it reset my inventory probably about 2 minutes, and I had like recently like completely unfilled it and put the sugar box of wood in my hotbar, and it basically reset my inventory like a couple minutes, and I deleted the spruce wood thing. And if I was, you know, probably smart, I wouldn't have told you all that and would have just cheated it in. But I don't like cheating in this world. I know it's like the YouTuber way in terms of like how they make these series, but I personally have never enjoyed that because it kind of ruins the vibe for me more than anything. Get some dark oak wood. And maybe not a ton, but like enough to maybe like add some texture into a few trunks. That'd be good. Okay, and we need... I'll take some dark oak buttons. And we need sticks for that. And hopefully... Sorry, I'm sleeping because I hear zombies outside. We'll do boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. That's only 3 stacks. We'll probably need another stack. Or another 3 stacks. Let's just go ahead and do 9 stacks. Because I use a lot of dark oak fences when I'm building these trees. We'll go ahead and do all of these, all of these, all of that. There we go. That should be good. There we go. That should be all we need for the trunks of the dark oak, or like the spruce pine trees that I build. What else would I possibly need? Because we're just building trees, so we'll have leaves. We've got all of this. I'm going to go ahead and grab some moss, maybe? Yeah, we'll definitely need some moss and moss carpet. A little bit of ground texture. Go ahead and put that in there. We'll grab some coarse dirt and some rooted dirt. Just 4 of those. I think that'll be good. Grab all of this. All of that. What else do I use? Podzol sometimes. Depends. Oh, we are building by the river, so that actually changes things. We will definitely need some podzol. And we will need some mud. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take all of this. Because we're going to kind of make it a little bit swampy. So that also means we need some gravel. We'll do 4 stacks of gravel. We're only doing the small section by the bridge, so I think we'll be fine, but can't hurt to bring someone. Good night, Void. Good having you. Thank you for being here. Let's see. What was I doing? Buttons. Buttons and fresh plates. I have plenty of. And that'll be good for that. I need other things. We'll probably need some bone meal. Just to have. There we go. And that will settle us for some grass and stuff. We could probably bring... They're in the secret area that I'm not supposed to show you guys, but I can go show you guys. When I say secret area that I'm not supposed to show you guys, I really just mean the build for my next episode. But it's really not that secret. I don't mind if you guys see it. I do mind, but I don't. Or do I? I mind. It's fine. It'll be fine. Who are you gonna tell? You could probably go say it in my Discord. But then you get banned. No, you wouldn't. I wouldn't ban you for that. But if we go down here into spoiler zone, you can see some of the spoilers. I would be drinking a sweet tea. I am a southern man at heart. I'm gonna take this box because it had all the foliage that I wanted. These junk boxes. Okay. Yeah, I'm drinking sweet tea. Mostly because it's good. I don't know how else to justify the sweet tea drinking, other than it's the best drink you could ever get. And if sweet tea confuses you, you are not from the American South, like I am. I'm curious to see how many of you know about McDonald's sweet tea, because it's so good. Okay. Let's go back and grab the rest of the boxes. I think what we have will be enough to sustain us for a little bit. At least just to have. So we'll take all of this. And if we really need anything, I'm not opposed to just flying back. Flying back over. I use so many rockets in this world just from flying back and forth to each side of the park. Especially because I've been working a lot, like, from over in the info center, and my, like, storage room is all the way over there. So, like, I've been flying back and forth just over and over. But here's what we did last episode with the watchtower and the campsite. I'm thinking here that what I want to do, my goal, let's say my goal for the rest of this stream is to build trees to fill out this area here. And then probably maybe this area here. This is a big area. So I don't know. But this is like a huge area. That's a pretty big area. I mean, not too bad. I do need to dig a little bit here to like kind of blend this a little bit better. Unfortunately, I suffer from a condition of if I've built near it, it needs to look pretty, and that area does not look pretty. So I don't know. We're gonna build some trees. That was winning. I think now Megalodon enclosure is winning, but a couple of minutes ago it was the trees, and we've already done all the setup. So we might go back over to the Megalodon enclosure. But right now, let's build some trees. And the first thing I'm going to do in this process is actually restart the world. So that way, when I do a replay file, it's not massive. And cut out like the first bit. Because replay mod is really finicky, and I cannot wait until I'm in a newer version and can use flashback. Because replay mod is great. It has probably produced all of the Minecraft content you've ever watched in some shape or form. Not all of it, but like a large majority. And it's just like, it's so buggy sometimes. It just has these little quirks. So we're going to go through and we're going to bone meal, because this is typically my first step. Actually, we should probably... it's fine, we can bone meal first. I needed to clean up this section of ground texture, because if you notice, the ground texture stops where the fence starts, or where the fence ends. And that would be laziness, if you would like to know the truth. That would be me wanted to get video out. Me did not do ground texture where you am not see. If that makes any sense. Evening, Ryan. How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing all right. Close this. Close this. A big thing, like, I know a lot of builders will tell you not to bone meal. I think bone mealing is fine. It saves way... That didn't make sense. Way... A lot of time. I speak English. It's my first language. It saves you a ton of time if you just bone meal. Like, I don't think just bone meal and leave it. I think bone meal and then carefully look at it and be like, okay, that's too much in that area. And, like, we'll break right there. But take out... I don't like all the flowers, so, like, take out all the flowers. But really, I don't see a problem with bone mealing. Like, I know some builders are, like, adamantly opposed to it. And I think that's just because B-dubs is a god at, like, just placing grass. And it looks amazing. But frankly, I don't have the time for all that. Like, if I wanted to look absolutely perfect, I'd go in by hand. But if you can, like, just bone meal en masse and then remove the flowers and then, like, maybe break it up a little bit, I think it creates basically the same effect as if you hand placed it. And I have no problem with this right now. Like, I think it's just sparse enough. That's fine. So, you know. I know some people, like, I feel like a lot of people take whatever builders say in their YouTube videos as, like, gospel. You don't always have to. They're, like, people have their own opinions. And I personally think that, you know, bone mealing's fine. Now, some other people definitely think it's not. And that's okay. You're allowed to think that. But we're gonna go back through, and I'm gonna pretty up this rock texture a little bit. I think that'll be good. Well, what I like to do when around rocks is surround them in coarse dirt. And I don't exactly know why. I just like the aesthetic of it. It's kind of like eyeliner in a way. You're putting eyeliner on the rocks. Kind of like, you know, giving them more focus. If for whatever reason green in Minecraft for some reason gets like fuzzy in my head. So I like giving all the rocks like an outline or something like that in coarse dirt. And it's a little confusing because the paths are also outlined in coarse dirt. But like I like coarse dirt. I think it's probably one of my most placed blocks in this world. Aside from, I think my most mined in this world is grass and stone, obviously. But I bet you one of my most placed blocks is, in fact, the good old coarse dirt. Just because I think it's one of the best blocks for, like, natural decorating. In my opinion. Again, you don't have to take everything I say as gospel. I can be wrong about a lot of things. And, yeah, you don't be surprised if in, like, a year or two, I change my mind. Building in Minecraft is a constant evolution. And people are always picking up new things, new techniques, and learning off of everybody else. And I like to think that I am on a constant evolution playing this game, trying to get better with every video. And so sometimes my opinion changes on what looks good and what doesn't. Like when I first posted the Pachyrhinosaurus exhibit and the Confuciusaurus exhibit and all of those really old dinosaur exhibits, I thought they were amazing. And then a couple episodes ago, I redesigned them. Why? Because I didn't like the look of them anymore. I had grown as a builder and decided to remodel them. And you're allowed to do that. You are always allowed to go through and destroy an old build to change it. Or, you know, just make something brand new. It's your world. Do what you want with it. That's my philosophy. There you go. Sorry, I've just ranted at you for like 5 minutes. Sometimes I need to rant. Okay, let's pretty up this, like, shoreline right here. What do I do? I did like Ponzo, coarse dirt, and gravel over here. What did I do? Patches. So I do a lot of patches. We'll probably go ahead and do similar to since this is right by the Allosaurus, we should probably try and keep it in line with the Allosaurus. So I'll try and do kind of this gravel patch that we've got here. And I'm thinking that'll probably look good around here. If we put it like that, maybe? We'll put it like next to the rock a little bit. And then we can probably, I need to go think that's either dirt or gravel chips. So let's go see if we can get that real quick, because I definitely left that out. Well, if we go get that... Oh, there's a wandering trader on top of the greenhouse. Cute. Is it dirt or is it gravel? It would be gravel. Let's grab 2 more stacks of gravel. And we'll change this into dirty gravel. And we'll do 2, just to be safe. Just to be safe. Yeah. Back over to the place we were just at. Like I told you, I literally fly across this park so many times because I'm so forgetful of materials. Let's go ahead and I think probably like this a little bit. Try and give it a little bit of a transition with the dirty gravel back into coarse dirt. I think something like this should do. And we'll do a little bit. I also really hate placing dirt and stuff because I always shovel it a lot. I'm thinking when it comes to our bridge, right? So if we're imagining water's flowing this way, or which way does water flow from this? I'm thinking it flows this way, like into this area. But it could also like maybe flow out of our lagoon. Like maybe we have some like natural water or something. I don't really know. What do you guys think? Do you think the water is flowing this direction into our lagoon, or is it flowing out of our lagoon down this way? Because that's like, it's not a big deal. Because I was thinking what we could do is like on one of the corners put like some debris or something, like it's building up due to the flow of the water. But I don't really know. I don't know which way it would go. For now, I think it makes most sense if it's flowing this way. Maybe. Or it could be so wrong. Which way? What is out here? Just some more river? There. Let me fly. I don't know why this is a huge question I need answered right now. But in terms of detail, it would be nice to know. I could add more detail. This also, I didn't know this was over here when I started the aquarium. This would have been a great place for it. Not a great place because it's a little small, but it would have been a nice place for it. So I think this goes out, yeah, this goes out to the ocean. So I'm going to say that it actually starts in our lagoon. And I'm going to say that we've essentially pumped like water into the lagoon and we like pump it out into this river. Hi, Tyler. I do. Okay. I think I liked it, but I also had people in my Discord suggesting that one. And I think I'm going to take your idea, but I'm going to apply it to the Ornitholestes. Because the Ornitholestes is another one in the mod that is a small carnivore, just like you said. And I think it fits into this area because it was a Jurassic animal. And that location is right behind the Stegos and would be in line with the Allosaurs right there, and the Stegos right there. I think if we put Ornitholestes right there, it would fit really nice, just as like a theming thing. It also is like I said, it is a small like carnivore. I don't know if it's predator. I did just notice there's a rose right there. That is the one downside of bone mealing, is that if you forget a flower. And I see them all the time, and I'm like, die, flower. I think I'm gonna do Ornitholestes, and I did have. Oh, you're perfectly fine, Tyler. I really liked your suggestion and their suggestion. I liked yours because I did actually already have over here, I have a little trash. I don't know if I ever highlighted it in the video. This is like simple, real simple. But I built a little trash section with a little bit of a fence. I think it would be cool if I could figure out, probably with some invisible item frames, like some trash on the ground, maybe, like they've been eating in the trash. The biggest thing that I said to them in the Discord as well is that the small dinosaurs really concern me, I guess is the best word to use, just because they're so small. I want you to be able to see them, and also for their exhibit to look natural, so it's a little bit hard, in my opinion, to balance that. I don't know if like that's like the best description, but like just trying to manage that fact that they're so small, but I want you to be able to see them is, and that for every copy enclosure I've ever seen, it's always so hard to see them. I unfortunately don't think there's really any remedying that, just because their model is so small, unless you're building them in like a terrarium type thing, and like that's something I am thinking of, like maybe doing a little bit of a terrarium exhibit for them. I currently I'm trying not to give too much of the next episode away, but I'm building something similar for a different section of the mod where the creatures are all pretty small, so I want to build them a natural thing, but then I also want to, you know, have them have their own like area. I think, okay, wait, I think I've made a mistake. I think mud here is wrong, because this is like the support section of the bridge. I think we'd probably fill this in with gravel to provide more support to the bridge. So we're going to go through and transition this. And I think that'll be good. If we like have a backfill of gravel, because this is also a pretty steep section, I think mud doesn't make a lot of sense because mud is less stable, I would assume. Or I should know this, I'm in civil engineering, but I'm pretty sure that it would be less stable than like packed gravel, and specifically placed gravel. I think gravel just has a little bit more support given to it. I think that'll look cool. Like once I need to terraform underneath that little section there, but I think if we do gravel specifically on both sides, that'll make it look slightly more supported. Is my thought process. If I'm so wrong, you are more than welcome to correct me, because I do take what you guys say very, very seriously, because, you know, a lot of people actually know better. That is, I say that now, but also, I hope you all know, like, I try and keep the dinosaurs in a semi-accurate enclosure, but at the end of the day, it's Minecraft, so sometimes that doesn't really work out the way everyone would like it to. You know, like, it's kind of hard to make 100% accurate enclosure for any of the species in here. No matter what, there's always going to be a little bit of inaccuracy built in. So I try my best, but you know. Will you be adding the fossil add-on mod once it drops? It's called Expanded Fossils if you haven't heard of it, but the models are great and they're only adding creatures that FA isn't doing at all. Isn't doing at all. Let me look it up, if you guys don't mind. Let's see here. It's, what's it called? The fossil add-on mod. The fossil add-on mod. Is it for Java? There's a bedrock add-on. The fossil mod. I cannot find the one you're talking about, but if you want to throw it in my Discord in the suggestion/feedback channel, I'll have a look at it. The biggest thing I have with what's it called? With adding mods and adding specifically non-FA mods, is I want the style to be consistent, which is sometimes harder when the mod's not FA. Like I have before gotten the add Reborn mod, and I just don't think it fits with the style of what we're going for. Because like FA is uniquely lending itself to a vanilla feeling dinosaur mod. I like a lot of the other dinosaur mods. I have personally played some of the other dinosaur mods, but I love FA because it feels vanilla. And it feels like the creature, like I mean, not perfectly, obviously. There is no perfect dinosaur mod, unfortunately. But to me, FA does one of the best jobs making the dinos feel really good, in my opinion. Like feeling like they belong in the base game. And so for that reason, it's never getting swapped in the series as like the main dino mod. I think it's just too good, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, but like fortunately. And I do know the developers of the mod a little bit, so I like having that kind of connection. If anything goes terribly, terribly wrong, there's a little bit of support on that end of things with them. But I have like heard other suggestions, and some of them I think would be cool to do a series on in the future. Like prehistoric fauna, I think would be cool. Obviously, nothing is replacing this world anytime soon. I am, again, like I said, I want this to be a world that I get done. Like I want to finish this park. I said that earlier in the stream. Like I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that starts this series, has a lot of like big ideas, and then stops it for some random reason halfway through. But I do definitely like want to explore some other mods. In this series, it's probably just gonna stay fossils, but unless there's like it's a fossils add-on you're talking about. No. Let's do that. Okay. Let me see. Let me look up. Okay. Let's see here. The style spot once you get into the server, go to the channel. Yeah, progress. Expanded fossils. Let me look. Expanded fossils. Have a look at it. It'll drop once the new FA update drops. I hope it's soon then, because I hope I'm looking at the right one. I think so. Anyway, I am really excited for the next FA update. I don't know if the Scarab armor and stuff I think was said not to be in the next one, but I'm really excited for the new dinosaurs that they're adding, as well as I think there were some new plants that I haven't seen yet. I don't think I've seen the plants. I don't know if they've teased them at all. But I definitely am excited for that update, because I think it will give me, like, I have in my thing. I show you. Sorry, I forget. I have this running list of all the dinosaurs that are currently in FA, and personally, it's getting scary how filled it's getting. I mean, you look at this and you see probably half the herbivores. Like, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 14 dinosaurs left. Just 14. And that's a little scary to me, because that, if you took that as we're gonna do an enclosure an episode, that means I've got 14 more episodes. Obviously, that's not the case because I want to fluff out the series a little bit. Like last time we did the prehistoric plants and we focus on the buildings. We also have, like, obviously, all of the avian creatures. I know avian is technically for birds, but I wrote avian as like flying for this. We've got all the bugs. We've got still one more aquatic, 2 synapsids, 2 crocodilians, all the Cenozoic creatures, all the amphibians, and then we're done. But like, so there's a couple big projects in here that I'll use to break up all the dinosaur enclosures a little bit. And that's actually what we're doing next episode. Is doing one of those sections to kind of break up. Coda, is the next episode going to be a lab? It actually will not be a lab. You're close. You're close. Kind of close. I will tell you that it is inspired by a real national park that I have personally been to. What else can I tell you about it? It's going to knock out 7 creatures off of that list. 7 creatures off that list, and it's going to be a build that connects the info center to the swamp to the abandoned quarry. Oh. Sorry, I've just noticed this rock is not textured on this side, which also shows you how lazy I can be in this world sometimes. But but like I was saying, I'm really excited for that update to drop, just so it can be like, oh, I've got a little bit more time, or I've got a little bit more time with the series because there's 7 new creatures that I can make enclosures for. Oh, let me look. Sorry, I don't ever have Discord open when I stream. Oh, that's really cool. Is that like rendered in Blender? It looks rendered in Blender. That looks cool. Honestly, if they're in the fossil and archaeology style, I'll tell you. Okay, so what I'll say is this: I probably won't edit just immediately. If I check it out, and that kind of like inspired me a little bit. Like, I think that's a really cool Tyrannosaurus model. Like, if the add-on looks good, if I check with Poe and the other FA devs and make sure that everything's on the up and up, just because I don't want to, like, I'm not established myself, but I'm kind of in the space as now a fossils and archaeology YouTuber, so I don't want to start promoting something that's gonna hurt their mod. Obviously, like, I want to, be respectful to that and the work that they do. In terms of this series, like I said, I probably wouldn't add it until I run out of base game FA right now. There are 3 new contest winners if you haven't seen the Baryonyx, Utyrannus, and the Dinosaur. What's an Dinosaurs? Am I saying that right? I know the Baryonyx and the Utyrannus. I don't know the third one. I'm actually really excited to see if the Utyrannus comes into one. That would be phenomenal. I love the Utyrannus. One of my favorite dino shorts actually got recommended to me by, I'm forgetting who at the current juncture, but it got recommended to me as Dino Media. It was like I think it was in the Dinosauria series, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a really, really good short. And there was another one, like Beast of the Mountain, that was also phenomenal. And both starred the Utyrannus, and I absolutely love both of those media. They're both on YouTube, and they're both free to watch. I think it's called Beast of the Mountain is the first one, and I apologize that I don't know the second one that I just talked about off the top of my head. But those are really good shorts, and I love the Utyrannus in them. And it's also just such a unique dinosaur that I'm really excited to play around with enclosure building for that one. Are the FA makers, are they going to be more... So currently they're working on an update. This has been announced in their Discord. So if you're not in the Fossil and Archaeology mod Discord, I do suggest, if you like seeing what's coming to the mod, they are pretty actively posting stuff all the time in there, giving you sneak peeks and previews of what they're working on. Lately they've been posting a lot of a lot of like some of the archaeology stuff, which has been really cool to see. It's a part of the mod that I think for a while has gone underrepresented, and I think it's really, really well done what they've showed so far. I don't know. I don't think it'll be in the next update, but they have announced 7 new creatures. I think I talked about it in one of my episodes, and I memorized it from there. It's what is it? It's Habodus is a shark. They're adding Valkyris, which is a Therizzinosaurid. Sauropelta and Gastonia, I think, as Ankylosaurids. I think it's Utah Raptor they're adding. And Acrocanthosaurus, if I'm not lying to you. I hope I've said all of those right. Or like hope I've given you correct information. Go check in their Discord. They have it all announced. And so if you want to know that specific information, that's coming in Cedar Mountain, which hopefully is soon. I don't know. They won't tell me. But I'm really happy that they're adding that many creatures because it'll be super, super nice to have a couple more to work with. I believe the whole premise of the add-on is that they're only doing creatures FAs, and doing so there's no overlap or beef between the mods, but yeah, for sure, check. I believe Poe has mentioned it. Cool. I like I said, like I don't want to be like a tattletale or anything like that. That's not the goal. It's just I don't want to step on FA's toes. You know, I don't want to be I'm not saying I have like the most pull in this space, but I do have a little bit of like influence, I guess. A lot of I don't want to say a lot. I'm not trying to be braggy. I mean, just like some people do watch my videos and take some of what I say as some info. And I remember being a kid and watching some YouTubers like that saying like, "Oh, there's gonna be an update to FA," and then like getting all excited about it, and then realizing that there was no update to FA. Or like, you know, I just know that some of my word carries a little bit of weight, so I don't want to like go ahead and full promote something that is against the mod's interests, if that makes any sense. Not because like I don't support the add-on, but just because I want to be safe with the people that I care about and the mod that I care about currently. But from what you showed me, I do really like that style, and if it is very similar to FA in an FA style, I would definitely consider it after the after I run out of base FA. I don't want to just add it just to add it. I think because I do want to make sure that I stick like the goal of this series was to do FA with just the base mod. If I run out of stuff, I'll probably add. Like I probably will just be like, "Oh, I've run out. Poe, you're not making enough dinosaurs. I need content." Not actually. I'll want to keep building in this world because I've been playing in it forever. I think that's ground texture. How long has that taken me? Because I feel like I've been here for a minute, texturing this ground, and not a lot of work has gotten done. And I say that, but I'm also going to texture this little bit. Because I think I didn't like how it kind of ended. And I just threw the course start away. Of course I did. Where did I throw that? Give. Sorry, I hope you all know I go super slow when I'm building. That's probably why these videos take forever to come out. But I do try. I think that's fine. We'll add maybe like that. That'd be good. Kind of highlighting the gravelly. Cool. Yeah, and I do thank you for mentioning it because that I think is a really good idea if I do run out of base game FA. I'm going to end this poll. Everyone wants me to go back to the Megalodon enclosure, but I'm going to build these trees right here. Mostly because when we started the poll, everyone said go build them. And now we've started. So, we're here. But let's do base level foliage. What foliage we have? We'll need some lily pads. Some drip leaf. This and this. These for sure. I'm gonna throw all that up into here. There we go. Clear out some space. These, and these. What else do I need? Anything else in there? No. Why did I do it over here? I mean, we don't have a really wide area, if I'm being honest. So, it'd be fine. Mostly just some rocks in the gravel. I should totally get underneath and probably do a little bit of that, but we'll try and cover it up here first. Let's do like that, maybe. Let's put the pressure plate like right there, like it's connected to that stone bit right there. I think it'll be fine. Again, like I have said, the goal of this series is that it never stops. I want this to actually be my Minecraft Dinos Forever world. Because I think it'd be really cool to have a Forever world. I've never had a Forever world before. I know a lot of like large YouTubers have Forever worlds that they've been playing on since they were like 10 and I've never given up on, but that was not me as a 10-year-old. I was all over the place in terms of like my Minecraft worlds. So like there's not a lot of worlds that I have that would be any good. I also like was definitely not as good a builder that I am now all the time. Like so there are several builds from my childhood that if you saw today you'd probably unsubscribe. And that's real facts. But I think if this series could continue for a long time, I think that would make me really happy. It already has surpassed my wildest expectations. I totally thought that, like, not like I didn't have any confidence in myself, but I totally imagined that this would be just a phase. Like, I would start, I started this series, I put out, I think I pre-recorded 3 episodes. I think the first 3 episodes I, like, pre-recorded and put them out, kind of just, like, 1 week apart, but they were all, like, recorded around the same time, like in a 2 or 3 week span, and then I posted them all after I recorded them all. And I honestly had very, very low expectations of where the series was going to go. I thought I would get tired of it, or I thought I wouldn't like it, or that I would give up and, like, you know, move on to something else. But I'm honestly so glad that I didn't do any of that and that I continued playing, because so far this has been one of my proudest achievements. Not like ever, but like, but like it has definitely been like, wow, I've done this. I have actually played on a world for over a year. I have created a channel and a community that I'm genuinely proud of. I think like all of you guys are super amazing. Like I posted in announcements of my Discord for Pride, and said, you know, something along the lines of like, I'm proud of you guys for, you know, being super supportive. And I know like a lot of people will probably see that and be like, oh, he's just doing that because it's Pride Month, he's got to do that. But genuinely, I do think that my community is truly great. Like, I think there's a lot of kindness and compassion, and really just, I think everyone here is nice. I think my Discord, like, it's not the most active thing in the world, but everyone's very respectful. I think people treat each other very nice in there. I've seen a couple of people, like, have some friendships. It's been a really nice place for me to, like, you know, easily put my stuff out there, and have you guys see it and react to it, and it's always been super nice and supportive. So, genuinely, I think I'm so happy that I decided to keep pushing on with this series and with this channel, because it's just been tons of fun. It's let me meet some of my childhood heroes, and I was honestly so happy. And I have no other words than I'm so happy that we are still here making videos on this one world, and that I haven't given up. And that in large part has come from you guys, and just your general overall support. Like all the comments on the videos, like I know it's like, it's not always talked about, or like most YouTubers don't like say it, but really they do keep people going. Like I think that I don't think I would still be doing it if it hadn't been for how nice everyone is in the comments. You know, the amount of love and support on some of these videos has been so fulfilling for me. And I hope, like, you know, you guys are also just enjoying it genuinely. It's just been really, really, really nice and really motivating to keep playing this world. And I'm so glad that we're still here. That was a whole ramble nightmare mess, but I again, it's been a while since we streamed, honestly. So get ready for rants. But genuinely, like, it's been so supportive. Everyone's so nice, and it has genuinely been sustaining me playing this world and making this series. And I know sometimes I'll go through like a week phase where I'll be like, oh, I can't do Minecraft, can't play it. Video's delayed, sorry. But no one's ever been mad that, like, I've had to delay a video, or, I mean, like, I've gotten the comments that are like, when's the next video? When's it coming? When's it happening? But, like, it's never been like, you need to be making the video, you need to be doing this. Everyone's been super nice, and yeah, just thank you guys. That's all I want to say. Thank you. Love you. Love you. You guys are amazing. I do not deserve how amazing you guys are. Oh, I wish we could place the dead bushes on anything. That's a little tricky because I can't place anything on the gravel. Gravel is always hard, but I like using gravel. It's just a little hard. You guys want another poll while I'm thinking of it? I'll let you guys decide what dinosaur enclosure we do next, because I really don't have a plan for the next, like, actual dinosaur enclosure. What dinosaur next? Question mark. Let's do Ceratosaurus. Ceratosaurus. We can do Sarcosuchus. I know it's not a dinosaur, but I'm putting it in the poll because it is an enclosure I need to do. And it is one I've been thinking of. I'm not going to spell any of these right. I hope you all know. And let's do, what's another option? What's a herbivore? Ankylosaurus. Ankylosaurus. Those will be the three I will ask you, because those are the three I've had thoughts about. T-Rex, okay. T-Rex, I think I've talked about this before. I want to do the T-Rex. I'm going to do the T-Rex. But I also don't want to do the T-Rex too soon. Like, I think the T-Rex is one of the last enclosures we're going to do. There's a very simple reason for that, and it's audience engagement. Not to be, like, super, oh, yeah, we're not going to do that for forever. But a lot, since the T-Rex is one of those dinosaurs that people tune into the series to see. If I did it tomorrow, there's a huge chunk of the audience that would not watch the rest of the series because the T-Rex got. And I know that sounds like I'm just putting it off. I swear to you, I really want to do a T-Rex, and I want to make it super epic. But I also want to make sure that people still like the series. And there's a big chunk of people that I'm sure, like, not sure, but like I'm fairly confident would probably stop watching as soon as I got the T-Rex, because they would see it and be like, oh, that's cool. Nice. You know, it's like in cartoons and movies. You know when they're like dangling the dollar in front of the guy's face and they're following it along? That's exactly what I'm doing, but with the T-Rex enclosure. What's the different plans for those dinos I want to know for my vote? Okay, I can share that with you because that episode is not far off, or is far off enough to where the plans might change, but I'll give you my ideas. We'll start with Ankylosaurus, which I'm kind of thinking, and this might be a little bit odd, but I was kind of thinking in this little divot right here, I was thinking 2 Ankylosaurs, and kind of just extending this mountain range, because the mountain range needs to get extended regardless. So extending the mountain range out to here, prettying this up, obviously, trees and stuff, and then building the Ankylosaurus enclosure here with probably some kind of viewing, like, maybe over... There's going to be eventually stuff on top of the mountain. I don't think I want to put anything over here, but maybe some kind of viewing, like, right there, or maybe even a small viewing, like, across the river and you could like see them up there. Not too sure, but I was thinking Ankylosaurus right here. Ceratosaurus, I'm thinking over here, where I've got the plains biome kind of built out a little bit. So I was thinking of building 2 more hills. Like, if you didn't know, those 2 hills over there are entirely... Actually, I think that's 3 hills. Yes. These 3 hills are entirely me. I was thinking of building, like, maybe 2 more and then putting the Ceratosaurus, like, right here in between the 2 hills in kind of a plains river biome. Like obviously, there's river right here. I was thinking just, like, having a little bit of a... kind of like a valley almost, maybe. But definitely covering up this and just, like, giving them some kind of, like, open range a little bit. And then the Sarcosuchus is obviously going in the swamp. And I think I talked about it a little bit in that episode, so that's probably exactly what it's going to be. The Sarcosuchus is probably the one I'm most set on what it's going to be. I was thinking probably building a bridge out to this side of the water area and probably containing them some way in this area maybe, or building them another like swamp exhibit over here. Similar style to the rest of the swamp. And I think in terms of the Ankylosaurus episode, I would probably do a lot of the forest around that back side of my starter house and over by the greenhouse to kind of give it more work to do than just the enclosure. I like to do an enclosure and a little bit more work in each of these episodes. If you haven't noticed, since the beginning, in the beginning, I only did like maybe half an enclosure, but now I've been really trying to get a full enclosure done in one episode and also a little bit more, or get a full build done. So the Ankylosaurus would probably be the forest around that industrial area and the forest around the back side of my starter base, which is still needing to be done. The Sarcosuchus would probably be my excuse to finish up the swamp. If I'm honest, like I would probably come to this section of the park and finish doing all the trees. There's not like probably going to be a ton of trees, but I want to have some more forested areas in the I want to have some denser vegetation. Like it's a little bit weird right now because it's just in the enclosures that has trees. I want there to be a little bit more lush. I also want to create a separation between the info center and the swamp a little bit with a little bit of a forest on this side of things. That would be the Sarcosuchus episode. And then the Ceratosaurus episode would probably be just building out the plains a little bit more. We started building the plains like forever ago. I think in like episode 9, technically, is where we put the Diplodocus as our first creature in the plains, and I built no other plains exhibit. I think, the Allosaurus and the Diplodocus are kind of plains exhibits. They're like the transitionary enclosures, like, that are going into the plains. So they're a little bit like, I need to do them, but, or like, they're like in between biomes, basically. So I really don't have a true plains enclosure, which I need to do eventually. Like I said, the biggest problems I have are deciding how to make it look natural and deciding how to make it look like a national park. And that's always my biggest challenge with these is like, obviously I have the fences there, but they're meant to look like they're more keeping people on the path and less of we're keeping dinosaurs in. So like in my head, like this fence doesn't keep the Allosaurus in, it keeps people out of their territory. And then their territory, in theory, extends beyond what you can reasonably see. I know that doesn't really work with Minecraft, and there's a delicate balance of that, but I do want it to every enclosure to feel like they're not actually enclosed and that this is just their territory where you're happen to be walking through. And that'll be represented. I'll put like I plan on putting up like signs like danger, Allosaurus here, or danger, you know, like don't feed the bears type signs. And doing some stuff like that to, I don't know, expand the lore a little bit. I also really want to make like, if anyone knows the Quarry, which is a supermassive game, it's like one of those Until Dawn type games. They had some really fun animations for like park rangers, and I think some other things, like if you know Smokey the Bear here in the States, like some of those like short animations or short television series or something like that that kind of like give you park rules and stuff, then I would genuinely like I want to make some of those. Okay, yes, the aloe was taking damage. I have hunger turned off, and this is something I don't like to highlight in the videos, but it is a current bug with the mod. I have hunger turned off because the dinosaurs get stuck on anything that isn't a full block, and I have to nudge them to get them off. So, like, I'll show you. The feeder is full. I feed my dinos. I am not one of those people that lets them starve just to starve. However, I cannot constantly push them off of everything they get stuck on, or else I'd get nothing done. Because if you notice here, these guys are also taking damage because they are stuck on all of the pickles. They're stuck on all the pickles, they're stuck on the fences. They're always stuck on anything that is not a full block. And I'm pretty sure that this is a known fossil and archaeology bug that I hope they're working on, because it does kind of suck to have like all these blocks that I want to take, like I want to build enclosures out of, and have them like have those smaller blocks make the enclosures look really good. It kind of sucks that they get stuck on those things like the pickles and the fences. It's a little like I want to use them in the builds so the builds look nice, and I do use them in the builds so the builds look nice, and unfortunately that means that the dinosaurs get stuck, and I hope that they fix it in the next update so I don't have to do anything about it. But every once in a while I'll go through and unstuckify them. Like I'll help them get back to the feeder, just because I don't like seeing them take damage either, but I also I got stuff to do. I can't keep pushing them off of themselves. Let me sleep. Let me sleep. Let me sleep. Let me sleep. I feel like this has been a really unproductive stream. Like I've done work, but not as much as I should have done in the time that we've been streaming. Let's see. How's our poll doing? What are we voting on? Okay, it's a 50-50. 50-50 right now. That's fair. That's valid. Let's do more foliage. Oh, we can't. And see, like, pickles are just such a nice plant because they can go on any block. Like I just mentioned that I can't put dead bushes, I can't put grass, I can't put ferns on gravel, which is a little silly in my opinion. I can't even put sugarcane, and I feel like you can in Bedrock, but I can't put sugarcane on them, and like I really want to. I think that would be so nice, but I can put pickles on there as a little bit of decoration, and I can put the stone buttons to make it look a little bit rockier or whatever. We can also do a few pitcher pots for chance. And what did I use over here? Okay. Mushrooms on the podzol. If I have mushrooms, I should have brought mushrooms. I think I brought. Did I bring mushrooms? I did bring mushrooms. Cool. Give them a little bit of that. Mushrooms can only be placed, or at this light level that we're currently at, can only be placed on podzol. which is sometimes hard to do. Okay, and we can do some lily pads. I'm gonna do a lot in like this corner specifically, because I imagine like maybe this is a little bit more still water. What is my favorite carnivorous dinosaur? I feel like if you didn't know, my favorite herbivorous is Stegosaurus, and my like carnivorous one kind of switches a lot. Like I said earlier, I got into Uteranus really hard at one point. I would say trying to think. I like Allosaurus a lot. I like Dilophosaurus a lot. I like raptors, but I don't like the Jurassic Park raptors as much. Like I like just base like realistic raptors. If I had to give you my favorite, I'd probably say real life Dilophosaurus, not Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus. Just because the real life Dilophosaurus is like terrifying and I love it. Like I think that that's so cool. Yeah, we'll go with real life Dilophosaurus, not Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus. I think that'll be my final answer. And the carnivorous dinosaur like goes back and forth dependent. Because I think for the carnivores, I judge them based on how cool I think they are, and for like herbivorous, I just based on how much I just like them. And so that's why Stego's my favorite. I like Stego because it's like one of the most studied. I like it because it's the most interesting looking to me. And I like it because I don't know, it's just cool. It's a cool dino. It's got a lot of studies done. It's been my favorite for a while. And yeah, I just like it. But carnivores, I'm a little less like certain on all the time. Like I am certain that Stegosaurus is my favorite dinosaur overall. But the carnivores, I'm like, it could be that, it could be that. I like them. They're cool. I do actually really like Baryonyx and like Suchomimus. I like the Spinosaurids. They're pretty cool. Irritator. Like I as much as I went on earlier about how I didn't want to buy the Wetlands DLC, I really do like Irritator in that DLC. It looks superb. I like the representation of that one. Let's do another picture pod. Let's actually do it right there. And I need to do some leaves, probably. I'm also going to give an event marker. Let's get some leaves in here. What did I use over there? Birch and acacia? If you ever wonder how many leaves I use, I had a reason to go out and get all of the different variants of leaves in their own trophy boxes. I use so many leaves. And that's a real fact. That's a true fact. I'm gonna take that button away. I think like some bushes down there would be good. We'll do a little bit of bushes right there. Not that. I think that'll just add a little bit. I'll go through and texture that rock at some point. Get some grass placed on this. A good way to like I don't show this as often, but once I do get like the coarse dirt trim around the path or around rocks, I like to go back through with some grass, just item. I guess is this. I've heard people say this is tall grass, but that doesn't make sense because the other item is called tall grass. Like I don't really get it. The distinction. I'm just gonna call this grass. This is just grass. Yeah. That's just grass. I like to go back through with grass and kind of blend it a little bit. Also ferns. Can't Can't ever forget your ferns. What a cutie. What a cutie that guy is. Oh, wow. The poll is tied up. And, I mean, it's not a high margin. If you've not voted in the poll and you're watching the stream, you should vote in the poll as to what dinosaur I build next. This is the only place I put this poll. So if you want to influence the series, it won't be the next episode, but it will be in a future episode. So if you want to influence it just a little bit, you're here, you're present in the moment. You have the power that no one else has. I've placed my trust in your hands. That doesn't make any sense. I've trusted your hands to decide on my series. That makes more sense. Let's do another bush over here. Maybe that's good. And we'll do... May chance another bush here. Not that. Maybe... Yeah, just a little bit. Sorry, I definitely overthink everything that I do when it comes to terraforming. Suko, I saw like this morning Dino Guy short where he explained why Suchomimus will make maybe not a valid species. I thought I saw that, but I thought it was a joke. Please tell me that's not true. Because that would suck. That would suck a lot. It's always sad whenever like a species is proven invalid. Just because like you've grown to like it a little bit. So far it hasn't happened to anything that I personally like. If Suka might like it, because I don't think it's happened to anything like big named. It's happened to a few things. I think the probably the biggest named one that I've heard of it happening to is Trudon. And that happened a while ago, and like Trudons are still kind of valid, I think? Question mark. Don't know if I'm spitting straight facts, but I know that was probably the biggest named one that I heard it happening to. And that one kind of was like, oh, dang. I like that one. Like, in Jurassic Park, the game, they were so terrifying. Like, if anyone knows the Telltale game that I'm talking about, the Troodons, terrifying. Like, that was probably my first experience playing a horror game. It wasn't a horror game, it was a Telltale game. But, like, it felt like a horror game. It was scary. Those guys were menaces. And the fact that they had venomous bites, terrifying. But yeah, I think Suko's probably the biggest named dinosaur that I've heard of that happening to. And when I say big names, I mean like has been used in like movie franchise. Like Suchomimus has been used in the Jurassic World franchise in Camp Cretaceous. It's also been in all the Jurassic World Evolution games. It is a pretty big name dinosaur. Like, not everyone you say Suchomimus to is going to know what you're talking about, but I'm sure there will be a fair majority of people know Suchomimus. Especially since it's a Spinosaurid, and Spinosaurids are a dime a dozen. But that would probably be the biggest named dinosaur I've ever heard that happening to. Ooh. I think we're looking good. Some good foliage. I think this is pretty cool. Let's see. How does the like that riverbank looks nice. It could be better. Then again, most things can be better. I think it matches up pretty good. Now we could use some different lily pads. I think I was less let's see. Sorry, excuse me. Let's grab the bone meal because I want to do some too tall grass and too tall ferns. And I wish I could just place these you know? But I placed some of these with the intention of doing this exact thing. I think that's good. Let's do this one. Sometimes it's nice to add a little patch of tall to kind of break up from just all of it being, what am I trying to say? All of it being just the same height. Adding in a little bit of the too tall grass and ferns is really nice. I also really like the texture of the too tall ferns. Like I said, it's a shame that the only way I can get it is if I place down the fern and then bone meal it. Like I would like to just be, and that's not what I wanted. That's also not what I wanted. I wanted that. That'll grow back in a second. That'll grow back. Trust me. It will grow back. We put just a little bit of fernage. Why? Because he's a cutie. This one. Yeah. Are those 3 in a row? Pick out that one. Turn this into a tall one. This one too. And that one. I like that. I think that's good. We'll also do tall ferns here and here. And here. And we'll do a tall grass here, 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 and here. I think that's good. It creates some highs and lows, points of interest, places for you to look your eye at. I think that's fine. Let's actually do that one as well. And that one. Just fluff out. Where am I stuck? Fluff out that a little bit. And yeah, I think that's good. Let's do ferns there and there. No. There you go. That makes a little bit more sense. Let's see. How does that look from our bridge? Looks pretty good. It's maybe a little bit dense, but we are getting back into the forest side of things, so I think that's fine. Does it kind of match other levels of what we got here? I think so. Maybe a rock would be nice. I think maybe a rock. Let's see if I have my rock box. We'll just do mossy cobble, probably. I know I came over here to build trees, and I'm sorry that I haven't built a singular tree yet. But this is part of the process. Part of the process of building these things. And I'm sorry if it's not the most exciting, but it is what needs to be done. We're gonna do this. Maybe that, yeah. And add. I think that'll look nice. Yeah, just a little boulder. And we can add maybe right here and here just another little rock. And just breaks it up a little bit. I think that's nice. I think I like it. Let's actually do, I want to make this one not just a diagonal. Let's just do that. And like that. And I'd like to move this one up for chance. And we'll just destroy that one. Gives it a little bit of interest, and I think I have, do I have? I know I brought moss. I swear, there it is. Moss. There you go. Mossy rock. Perfect. Ooh, Ooh, I didn't add any moss blocks into the terrain. Let's go through and add those in some of the open areas. Because that will be easy. There we go. And there. Just give it a little bit more texture. I'm sorry I focus so much on the small details, and I know I just broke a fern. I know it doesn't seem like I'm making a ton of progress, but for me, this is leaps and bounds. Tons of progress. Tons of progress being made. Right here, right now. If you ever wonder why these videos take so long to come out, it's because I spent 40 minutes obsessing over where to place my moss blocks. And the correct place for my moss. I'm gonna break this fern. And place it back. Give it a little bit of interest. A little bit of interest. And that'll be good. I think that is good. Maybe like another button or two. Kind of just look as rocks, specifically along the thing. Have you seen Survival Earth first, second, or third episode? Personally, I didn't because it's not my region, but I've tried to. Okay, so I actually started the first episode. And I got into it, but then I was sad that it didn't get to the dinosaurs yet. So I decided to pause it and wait until all the episodes came out, just so that way I can see. Like, I like binging a series. Recently I've been binging all of the Supermassive games, like Until Dawn type stuff, because they announced Until Dawn 2, and I love that game. I played Until Dawn. I have not played any of the other ones, but I've just been watching Jacksepticeye, honestly, play through all the like Supermassive Until Dawn type games, and I've been really enjoying those like a lot. So I've just been watching all those. They're kind of scary. If you couldn't tell, I do like scary games. That's what this stream originally was until I found out that game was super short. But I've been watching all of those. I like binging content. I'm a binge watcher. I like putting it on while I'm working on the Dinos world, and not having to fiddle with it whilst I'm doing something. It's kind of why I like podcasts and stuff like that. So I just watch it in the background while I'm working, and I like having enough to be able to binge it. So Surviving Earth, I haven't watched all of it. I want to, and I'm probably going to shortly, once all the episodes are out. I watched the Dinosaurs when it came out, the Netflix one. I liked it. Little, like, I agree with some of the problems of it, like, you know, the inaccurate Allosaurus. It didn't take me too far out of it, but I was like, oh, that's just a crappy Jurassic World version. But all in all, one second, also, I'm going to reset the world, and then we'll hop back in and build the trees. I'm not ending the stream until these trees are built. And hopefully that's only like 30 more minutes. But I just need to save those replay files. But I watched the Dinosaurs. I recently binged Prehistoric Planet on Apple. That was good. And I love David Attenborough. And then Tom Hiddleston was great. I was less enthused by the Ice Age section. Just because I'm more interested in the dinosaurs. Like, I think the Ice Age cool. I like it. I like the Ice Age movies when I was growing up, but it's not my passion. Like the dinosaurs are. But I think for sure I really enjoyed Prehistoric Planet. All the seasons were just phenomenal. The CGI was amazing, and then the narrations were good on all accounts. It did take me out of it when all of a sudden it went from David Attenborough to Tom Hiddleston, seemingly out of nowhere. Like because I was binging all 3 seasons at the one time, and then right after it, like right in the middle of it, just changed voice narration, which was like, whoa, what happened? Honestly, I also got really concerned because like, I was watching it. I was like watching it all the way through, and then the voice changed, and I got really concerned that David Attenborough had died, and I didn't know about it. Like I love David Attenborough's voice, and like, you know, I mean, I don't want to, I never want to say I absolutely adore a celebrity because you know, we live in such a cancelable culture. Um, but I do love, like, just his voice, and his narrations were phenomenal. Yeah, I do realize that I have to be careful with that ever so slightly in today's day and age. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That kind of puts us in line with some of the other trees in this area. I think that's good. And we'll do... This area is a little bit tight. In terms of space. But let's try and squeeze one in here. I think will be good. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's probably fine. Let me name this. What should we name this? Small by bridge ground. There we go. Makes sense. Let's see here. Those could be, honestly, do we think those 2 pine trees will do it, and then we can do the smaller trees around? I'm kind of thinking yes. Like, I could try and squeeze another one in here, but 1, I don't think we have a ton of time, and 2, I don't think it needs it. We do needs that. Okay, let's try this. Let's land it. Yes. Professional. 1, 2. Ugh. I missed it. I missed it. Okay. Boom. And 1, 2, 3. We'll make that one a little bit taller. Have a taller peak. See how we're liking it. I think it'll look cool. It's hard. It's always hard to like envision the full tree when you're just building it. Do that branch. Do that. That's around the same rough size. It's also really hard to navigate around the branches. Let me up and throw one there. 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 More. Yeah. I think that's good for the base level. Let's try and go a little bit higher. Let's try. Let's also try and just fill out this space a little bit. A big thing when it comes to tree building, and I'm no professional, I want to preface this. Like, please go watch 1,000 other YouTubers and take their word for how to build trees. But I try and kind of imagine it from the top down. I'm trying to imagine these bottom ones are getting sunlight, and as we're getting up, there's less need to be as far out because there's already, these ones have already covered us in terms of like sunlight collection, which I think is how like trees grow. So I really try and imagine like, oh, okay, this tree is like fully stocked up there, but like I want to make sure there's also some air getting through, but I also want to fill up the space. It's delicate balance. A very, very delicate balance. And we're almost to the top here. I try not to go as far out with these ones, with these upper branches. But really adding the branches like gives you a nice little guideline for what you're doing, in my opinion. Okay. How does that look? And it kind of forms the rough shape that you want to go for. Where is these? There we go. Probably a little bit more. Okay. I have not built the tree since the Psittacosaurus episode came out 4 weeks ago. So, I always feel like I'm going to forget how to do them. Because I already don't feel... Like, I built a ton of trees. But I'm not super confident in all of them. And my tree building ability. Like, I think I can do trees decently, we'll say. Decent trees. I build decent trees. I mean, currently my whole forest is pine, which I think are probably one of the easiest tree types to make. Just because they point. You got kind of an arrow type shape. You've got something that's probably pretty good. But I struggle a lot with them. That's why I also tried to like branch out in the Psittacosaurus episode and make some new trees. I also want to fiddle around in creative with some different types of trees. I know redwoods is a very popular suggestion. I know even Spike has told me to do redwoods. I really want to do redwoods. My only fear with redwoods is that they are big and they take a lot of time. And I already think that these trees take a lot of time because I think I obsess over every little detail of them. That I think that's probably the theme you'll get from watching me build right now, is that every little part of this park I obsess over all the little details, and sometimes that makes a really cool something, and then other times it makes it take me forever to do anything. And that's good and bad. There are downs and ups, goods and bads to that mentality. But yeah. Again, like the redwoods are, I want to do them. I'm worried that I would spend so long trying to build a redwood forest that I would not post a video for a year. Or that I would get like stuck in that kind of trap. Where I'm like trying super hard to make it look good that I forget that I need to have a thingy. But yeah. Next episode should be a lot of fun. Also will not include any tree building. Except for probably this. Maybe. I might include it. I probably won't, though. This is such a small section. And I think I've been working slow because I've been talking. And I'm not used. I haven't streamed in a while building. So I think I was just kind of all over the place. I also wasn't prepared mentally to be building these trees right now. So I think they're just taking me a while. I've also been yapping. It's been a while since we've been playing on the Dinos World on a live stream, so I've been trying to answer people's questions and like, you know, show around a little bit. So maybe I haven't been getting all the work done that I need to be getting done, but when is the next episode? Okay. So, like I say, I really try to do an episode every 2 weeks. But what I always say is that I sometimes delay that because I want to make a video and I want to make a build that fits my standard. And I don't just want to post it to have a video out. I think the second that I do that, it becomes less about having fun with this world and having fun with the channel and more about profiting and, you know, making a channel for content instead of, you know, trying to have fun with it. I like making content because it's fun, it's enjoyable, but I never want to pressure myself into just having a video out, and I also want to make sure that the video I put out is of a quality that I enjoy. And that means I don't like to just post a video when it's not done. I like to make sure it's good I like to make sure I'm happy with it, with the final product. I like to make sure the build is good, and I've really tried to... I like quality over quantity, is essentially what I'm trying to say. I want my videos to be quality, and I don't just want to post one every week that I rush through the editing, rush through the build, and wasn't actually happy with the final product, if that makes any sense. So I try and post every 2 weeks is like my goal, my mental goal, to like be like, okay, try and do that. But if it takes longer, the video takes longer, is what I say. And I prefer it take longer than post something that was unfinished or not up to my standard. And I wish more people were like that. You know, I get that modern YouTube is I have to post a video every week so that way I maintain the clicks and I get all the views that I want to get, but I am personally not in it for that. I don't care if I make money off of this. I have been doing YouTube and this series because I want to have a long-lasting Dinosaur world. That is the only reason I have been making videos, other than I want to like make something cool for you guys, is I want to have a long-lasting Dinos world that I can like keep coming back to. And so far, YouTube has been the thing that has made me do that. I probably could have had like some kind of Dinos world a while ago that I like played a bunch, but I tried it and I did get tired of it eventually, but then I started doing the YouTube thing, and for some reason that has been the thing that has really made me able to keep playing in the same world. I think it's because it's the subtle expectation from you guys that like you want to keep seeing episodes. So I like that. I like that a lot. Like it makes me feel motivated to keep making videos in this world. But like I said, I want this to be a world I'm proud of. I want this series to be a series I'm proud of. I want this series to be something I can rewatch myself. Like I don't think a lot of YouTubers go back and watch their old content. I'm sure there are multiple reasons for that, but like I want to create something I would watch. I want to create something that's quality for you guys to watch. And if that means the videos take a little bit longer than 2 weeks, they take a little bit longer than 2 weeks. With the promise that I will post at some point. Eventually. And hopefully it'll be a good video. And if not, you're free to tell me in the comments. In fact, if the next video takes forever and you don't like it, I want you to put in the comments, not worth the wait. Terrible. That exact comment. Is that tree looking good? Looking okay. Think like that maybe, no, maybe. Again, I obsess over every little detail. And this tree probably doesn't matter. Like, it's one tree out of hundreds of trees that you are probably not going to even pay attention to, even if you got the world download. You probably don't even know that this tree would be here. But I know. I'll fly by this tree every single day. So I want it to look good. And I think it looks okay. Extended that. Okay, let's do a look around for each episode, or from each side. I think good. I think this gap is still a little wonky to me. Let's see. I think that's better. I think it's really... Wait, it's really wonky from this side. Holy. I think it's just that one's sticking out so much. I think if I, like, moved it down, maybe? If I, like, moved it to there. If I think that's better. I think that up there, that's what's throwing me. I think I need that, right, like that. That's good. I like that. That's still good. That's still good. That's better. I like that. I'm sorry again, over detailed. I am over detailing here. And like I said, okay. The little fun fact about the Psittacosaurus episode, I stayed up all night finishing that episode for it to be out in time. Because I was really close. Like, I was close enough that I could do that. Like I said, sometimes I prioritize the quality. But that specific, like this specific one, I stayed up all night building these trees to have the episode out. And holy, that was a bad idea. Because again, I obsess over every single detail of these trees. And it took forever. Thank you, Luther. Your icon has a nice shade of blue. I don't know if I've seen that one. I probably have, but I like that blue. It's a weird compliment, but you know, it works. Also, I love how the poll for the next dinosaur is a 3-way tie. Which is great. You know what? If it ties by the end of the stream, none of those will get added to the park. None. Never. I'll never add the Ankylosaurus. Ever. I'm kidding. I totally will. Because the Ankylosaurus is up there with one of my favorites. It's not as much as the Stegosaurus, but I do really, really enjoy the Ankylosaurids. I think Sauropelta, if I'm thinking of Sauropelta, is my favorite Ankylosaurid. Just if you wanted that information. But I do really like Ankylosaurids as well. Along with Stegos. I just think they're cool. I like armored herbivores. I think that that's my favorite like type of dinosaur. Armored herbivores. Just because they're so cool. I mean, you're like, they're literally built to fight some of the most impressive predators on the planet. And they do it so effortlessly. Like, an Ankylosaurus could wreck a T-Rex. And I think that's beautiful. I see that there are 7 people here, but there are 6 votes. If you're that person, you should vote, so that way those animals get added to the park. I said it. If they are tied, they're moving to the last on the list. I'll build them last. Technically, that would mean T-Rex would move up. So Beast the Brave, you know. Thank you to that 7th person. Appreciate you. And so far, Ankylosaurus is winning. Which I do really like the Ankylosaurus in this mod. And like I said, in the Cedar Mountain update, they are adding 2 more Ankylosaurids, which I'm really excited about. Because actually, let me talk about this real quick. Oh, I was never recording this. I need that. I'll have to edit that. Let me talk about this again. This is the list of all the species in the mod currently. And if you look at the herbivores, right? We've got Ankylosaurus is our cingulatory ankylosaurid. We've got Brachiosaurus and Diplodocus are our 2 sauropods. We've got Dryosaurus, Gallimimus, Pachycephalosaurus. I don't know exactly where all of these fit in the thing. I think Pachycephalosaurus is pretty close to Triceratops. And I think these guys are kind of close to... I don't know. I don't want to say anything wrong. But we've got 1, 2, 3... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 ceratopsians. We've got 1 therizinosaur. We've got 1 stegosaurid. And we've got 1 pachycephalosaur. Gallimimus and Dryosaurus. And we've got 1 parasaur. We've got 1, what is their family called? Hadrosaur, sorry. We've got 1 hadrosaur. I would really love to see some different diversity in each of the like little families. Like I'm so glad they're adding 2 more Ankylosaurid, 1 more Therizinosaurid, and like just another like to fluff out those family rosters because right now it's pretty ceratopsian heavy at the current juncture. I would really love some more hadrosaurs in the mod. I think hadrosaurs 1 make some amazing enclosures. They're also just so colorful and beautiful. Like, their textures will be absolutely phenomenal when they get added. And like you said a while ago, that add-on looks super enticing because it added another Hadrosaur. But like I said, I'll probably add that towards when we run out of creatures, not preemptively, just because I want to focus on Boston archaeology first before anything. Let me sleep. I've been stalling, trying to sleep. I love shaders, but one thing they do is they don't let me sleep. We're taking the bed with me. We're gonna go on a walk. And by that I mean we're just gonna go look at the bridge. And look at the pretty sunset. Actually, one of the best views, if I can make it in time, of the sunset in this world, in my opinion, is if you come into the info center and you go right here. This is actually in the thumbnail for this video. But I have loved this view. The swamp is so unfinished. Like, it has no trees in it. But for whatever reason, I have always loved looking out over the swamp with the sunset. And I think once we do get, you know, some trees built up, like outside of the enclosures. There's trees in the enclosures, but there's not a whole lot inside the enclosures. Once we get some trees and stuff, I think that's going to be like one of my favorite places to just sit there for a while and watch the stuff go by. I also have no idea what I'm going to do when they add those new creatures and they add new skeletons. There's going to be 7 new skeletons that I need to add to this exhibit. They'll probably actually go out here. They could go out here. Yeah. They could be the Cedar Mountain exhibit. Look at that big brain. Using my thonker. And let me sleep, let me sleep, let me sleep. Let me sleep. If you didn't know, the info center serves as our kind of mini museum. Okay, we'll probably finish building this tree, and then we'll probably call it there for the stream today. I think I might stream again tomorrow. No, actually not tomorrow. I have something very important happening tomorrow. I will be streaming again Saturday. Probably. And I'm thinking of doing Prehistoric Kingdom, or there was another option. I was kind of thinking of playing through the Telltale game again. Obviously, this is Jurassic June, which is like Jurassic Park month / Dinosaur month. And I've been really trying to play other dino games on stream. I might carry it into July, just cause I want to play even more games. And unfortunately, if you didn't know, I do have a summer semester of school with my program. We do summer semesters. And like not like I failed my last semester. Like, we actually just go to school year round. Don't you guys thinking I'm a noob at school? No. We do all year round semesters, and so I'm currently actually taking classes, even though it's the middle of summer. So I would probably like to keep playing them, because like I wanted to do more streams in June, but I mean June's coming to a close next week. I wanted to do more streams for the month of June. I just haven't had the time. I literally took an exam today, just so you're all aware. Not a hard exam, but you know, pretty interesting exam. Took an exam today, but like, so that's why sometimes the videos have taken me a little bit longer, even though it's summer. And also, you know, I just get busy with homework a lot of the time, which sucks to say. I cannot wait until I'm no longer in school and stuff, and like when I just go to work. Like, I am so excited because I think I'll be able to make a lot more videos, or like have a more scheduled out thing, if you would. No promises, obviously. Again, like my rant earlier, quality over the quantity, and that's kind of the mentality I want to keep no matter what. I don't ever want to be the guy who's just like posting once a week just so that way I get big on YouTube. I'm not here to get big, if that wasn't evident. I am here to play Minecraft. That's about it. And other games. I like dino games. And I also probably want to do some other games that aren't dino related. I like video games. I would like an excuse to play some video games that I really haven't. Did the light go out? I just saw a flash. Might be raining outside. I don't know. It might be storming, and I'd have absolutely no idea. The amount of thunderstorms that I've just like not even acknowledged because I've just been in my headset is probably pretty unsafe. But you know, then each their own. To each their own. We're gonna go that way. And we're gonna do that. And that. Okay. It's probably good. How's that looking? Resume recording. Because I'm so bad at remembering to press play on these recordings. On the replay mod. If I ever make progress in a video and I say I lost the time-lapse footage or I just jump cut, it's probably because I lost the replay footage. Like, probably a good 70% of the time. If I do a jump cut or I, like, say I lost the thing, it's either I forgot to record it on the replay or I, like, actually just lost the replay footage. But it is staggering that I've been doing this for a year, and sometimes I'll still forget press record on the replay mod. Like, isn't that, like, I feel like that's crazy. I feel like I should be better about doing that. But I just suck at it. Mostly, I also probably suck at it more when I'm streaming, because I feel like I'm already doing a thing. Like, I feel like I am recording right now. So I think it's already all recording. And inevitably, if I lose replay footage from a stream, I could just pull the stream clip. You know? So it's not too much of a bother. I always think I think I make it work most of the time. And I think it's okay. But it does happen where I do, like, forget to record the replay footage. I really want to know how flashback works. Like, I want to be able to figure that out. Thank you, Luther. Thank you. Yeah, I think most of the time I make it work, so it's not a big deal. But I'm really interested to see how flashback mod does it differently than replay mod. I'm excited to learn flashback once we get into those newer versions. I don't know if the FA devs have any plans to continue to port it. I feel like 1.20.1 is kind of the mod version at the moment. Like, you know how it's like not the most recent version of the game, but it's where the most mods seem to be. I think it's 1.20.1 currently, maybe. It might be 1.21. But like I know like 1.12 and 1.7.10 were your heavily modded versions of the game for a long time. Mostly I think two big reasons for that is because we were on those versions for a very long time, just in the space and like in Minecraft in general. But also there, like, I think there was just something about those two versions that made them easier to mod, just in general. So I think we got a lot of, like, really good mods. So I don't know what plans the devs are currently working on in FA for a future port. Honestly, I'm happy where we're at. Like, I don't think it's necessarily needed. It'd be nice to be able to play with some of the new features. Like, I would love Pale Wood. I would love the new Sulfur Springs stuff that they just added. Like, that would be so good for the park. Like having the ability to make geysers and stuff. And I could add a port, but my biggest concern with the port is if I added, like, a backport mod and, like, it didn't have the same, like, compatibility with, like, future versions of the mod, like, or of the game. Like, if I added a backport mod and then FA finally decides to update to a new version in, like, a couple of years time, and then I update, all those blocks maybe get deleted. I have a lot of fear of that after what happened with the chipped mod when we updated from 1.18 to 1.21 finally. If you don't know the lore about that, I think it was around episode 12 maybe. When we updated from 1.18.2 to 1.12, there were so many like actually it was everything in the chipped mod. Everything in the chip mod essentially got erased. And that was a total headache. And I had to basically decide, do I restart the series or do I replace it all? And what I ended up doing was I used creative for that, and I used commands just because it like was, you know, an actual like that's unfair. That's the one time, 2 times I've used creative to restore something twice in this series. The first time was when we updated and all the chip blocks were missing. I ended up basically using World Edit to replace all the chip blocks in the previous version, and then in the new version, replace them back to what they were meant to be. And then the other time, which is really embarrassing that I'm admitting this, I once Fossils and Archaeology once updated with like a bug fix or something like that, like a very small update. But I was super excited, so I went ahead and updated it super fast because I was like, oh, update, cool. And well, essentially, I installed the Forge version, and if you didn't know, I play on Fabric. If you've never done that before, I don't recommend it because it essentially just deletes everything. So there was a brief moment where everything got deleted, and this was before I was taking like super serious backups all the time. That's not where I wanted to place that. But yeah, it just like absolutely wrecked the entire world. Actually, you can still see all these air pockets, all of them. This is where fossil ore should be, and that's from when I accidentally loaded the world with the with the Forge version of the mod, thinking it'd be fine. Where did I put my bed? Did I not pick it up? Where did I put that? Am I blind? Did I put it somewhere? Did I lose that bed? That bed has been with me for like literal hours in this world. Where did I put that? Does anyone know? Anyone know where I put the bed? It's fine if I don't find it. But I also know if I don't find it now, I'm gonna leave it wherever it is. For like episodes on episodes. But yeah, if you guys ever consider being a YouTuber and making a long-term series, please consider using backups. I'm so serious. Backups like have saved me. I make a backup after every video. And sometimes if a video takes a while, I'll make a backup in between builds. Like like the last time I made a backup after I built the Firewatch Tower on the cabin site, and then I made a backup after I did the what's it called? The greenhouse. Just because like I hate losing progress. And especially with mods as well, it can be really, really finicky. Like I told you guys earlier, I lost a whole shulker box of spruce wood. Just because my computer crashed. I don't feel like cheating that in. I don't feel like it's worth it. Like I feel like the only times I would ever go into creative is if it was like entirely out of my hands. Like even though I did lose that shulker box, like it's not a big deal to me at this stage in the game, so I wasn't too upset. But like when it came to like accidentally loading the world without the dinos, like there's just no series if I didn't go through and correct that. And I could have done the grind of collecting all those again, but like, or like of getting all the animals again, but they had already been named and everything. And like, you know, I didn't want, you know, I didn't want to have to do all that because then the series would have been so delayed and I probably would have quit. You know? But no, I'm one of those people that doesn't like the whole, I did some mining off camera. No. Every resource you see in this world is a resource I gathered. The only times I have ever used, you know, cheats or creative is to fix something that got broken. And that's another reason I'm super proud of this world. Because I'm one of those people that thinks like I like creative, I like building in creative for survival, but I like the fulfillment of having to build it in survival. Like I like designing it in creative, and then I like the process of going through building my design in survival, gathering all the materials and then saying, hey, you know this really cool build? Yeah, I built it in survival. No big deal, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I could be, but weird's a good place to be. I think both those trees are nice. And I think we take a step back. We look at them as a whole. I think they add. They kind of extend it a little bit more. I need to probably add some more off to this side. Like, eventually. Not today, because I think I'm tapped for today. But I think just that small little section has helped. I'll need to build some of these smaller trees a little bit, but I don't think I have any more juice in me right now. It's, what is it? Oh gosh, it's already 8:30 for me. They've been going for almost going on 4 hours, which isn't bad. But yeah, I think these trees will wrap it up for me. We did some digging, we played Blood Mall, and I think, honestly, I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had some fun. I'll show, before we go, I'll show you a little, again, another sneak peek of the next episode, which is starting in the Info Center, but is not an Info Center centered episode, which we still need to do another one of. But I will show you down here. There we go. Come down here. There's going to be an exhibit down here. There's carvings in these walls for a specific reason. It's going to showcase a set of creatures. And then there's going to be an entrance into the build, the rest of the build. I will let you theorize and put 2 and 2 together of what I'm talking about. It covers 7 creatures. Let you ponder what 7 creatures we're going to be doing. Looks like the poll ended up being Ankylosaurus. So Ankylosaurus will be the next dinosaur-centered episode, which will probably end up being, if I have to guess, it's going to be this build next episode. I think I'll probably then take a break and just do the Ankylosaurus, because I want to do just a dinosaur episode coming up. After, because this will have been 2 episodes of, like, you know, not a dinosaur, because the last episode was buildings, and this next episode won't be dinosaur-centric, it'll be prehistoric creature-centric. It won't be dinosaur-centric. And then after that, we'll probably, around that time, go to the Megalodon enclosure, which is coming up. I know I keep saying it, but it is going to happen. So, holy yap, I'm going to stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you all for being here for however long any of you were here. I will see you guys probably on Saturday for another stream of some sort, but thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.